welcome to an episode of Let's Get Drunk and Talk About Your Wedding. Oh, we're gonna cheers. I put my drink down. Oh my god. Yay.
Here's me.
Cheers.
In spirit.
So
Yeah.
awake.
Thanks for leaning into that. So today we're joined by super fun guests, Spencer and Savannah.
Hello.
What you don't know is that JD is playing some
Applause sounds.
applause for you right
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's so
That's
exciting.
amazing.
Yeah,
I love being
with our studio
applauded.
audience.
now. You guys are like so popular.
So popular.
Our
You
studio
hear that?
audience loves you.
The guests have been
You're
waiting.
So
It's
excited.
This is
honestly-
actually the first interview we've had since we've been on YouTube. So
So you're
Yeah.
our first.
Oh wow.
like,
Yeah.
We're popping that
guesties.
cherry. Okay.
We've had
Yeah.
a guest, but not an interview.
yeah, not an interview.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah.
We're so happy to have you.
Hey.
We haven't had a guest.
I mean,
were going
your
to, and then it got
husband, but
rescheduled.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He
I guess
doesn't
my
count.
husband counts.
Your husband.
He was in the car when we put him on.
Yeah. Honestly, he was just, I was like, we're going to stop by this podcast and you're going to be on. Okay.
Yeah. So we're going to tell you about what we're drinking today,
Oh, yeah.
which is I made a Brazilian lemonade and I'm going to put a bunch of
Bougie.
tequila in it. So,
Look at
yeah.
How delicious this
Well,
looks.
good. Yeah.
It is so delicious.
frothy.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's a
really
lot of
easy.
tequila in
Yeah.
it.
It's a lot of
There it
tequila.
is.
This is
I'm
a
a
double.
small man.
It's a small. Yeah. And this is
Also,
not
they
a
haven't
big
eaten
glass.
yet,
Yeah.
so-
It's pretty tiny.
No, I speed ate a bunch of gnocchi right before I
Yeah.
came over
Oh,
here.
you
He
sucked
says
at
a
that.
bunch.
Yeah.
It was
Carbo
like
loaded,
half a
you
bowl.
ready to
like
go.
sucked on frozen gnocchi.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just got
naturally
Covered in pasta
That
sauce,
good
basically.
Trader
That's
Joe's.
it.
Naturally, frozen gnocchi.
cooled me off on the walk over.
that. Yeah.
Gross.
It's so hot. Yeah. Okay.
Just some. Oh, gross.
Please stop. It's
No,
be
I
so
won't.
slimy.
This is like the fun run episode with like Michael Scott where he eats all the,
Oh,
the
yeah.
Alfredo.
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
carbonara. Alfredo, that's what it
Yeah.
was.
Love that.
Love it.
Gross.
So we're here to talk about your wedding.
Yeah.
And
Our joyous day.
I
my God.
like last weekend, I think we were talking a little bit about it, and you guys were like, "This is gonna be crazy," and I was like, "Stop talking! I have to listen to this fresh.
Yeah.
I cannot know anything." And all week, I'm not lying. I've been like, "Oh, I can't wait to hear the story."
Oh, it's a fucking doozy.
It's long.
We like to start typically by asking you guys like how you met.
Yeah.
Like lead
Tinder.
us in.
Tinder. We're both
Ugh.
desperately trying to be cooler than we are, and like just hook up with people. And then we got married.
Adorable.
So
We
it
spent
clearly
the first
didn't
3
pan
days
out.
we met just together. So
But our second date was the first time I ever called the cops.
yes,
Oh.
on a
That was
guy
cute.
that was a stripper who I worked with. I wasn't a
Wow.
stripper.
Oh, and then there was another guy.
Did you work at a strip club?
No, I worked at Netflix.
You worked at Netflix.
I worked at Netflix.
Oh.
Yeah, and
Holy
he worked
shit.
there too.
Is
for
there
a
a
while.
Netflix office here, or did you live?
In Aurora? Yeah.
Wow.
So this
Yeah.
guy was not making
Wow.
Netflix money because he was stripping, I guess.
Well, he was, like-
right? Like,
He was wild. I don't know much about him. We did find out that he didn't get arrested because he snapped Savannah the next day. And we were
Asking
like,
to hang
"Damn."
out, like get together.
oh.
Yeah.
Which was
an
an
I feel
what
like
a
I need the story.
ballin'
Yeah,
move.
I
yeah.
don't
Our
think you
second
guys are
date
giving
story.
us enough
This
details
is
right
like-
now.
just like
So
a
our
I
second
love
date-
it. I'm just
Excited.
imagining being a listener
Our
right now,
second
driving
date-
down the road, being like, "What the?"
Things just keep popping out.
I feel
I
like
need
that's like
way
definitely
more
like
information.
hanging out with you guys where it's like you're like, oh, and then this casual like traumatic thing happened. And like,
right.
what the
No,
like,
that's
I think
just
we
how
have to
we
get into
are.
Savannah's
it.
drinking game rule. Savannah's drinking game rule is anytime she shares like a really traumatic childhood story that she doesn't know is traumatic, everyone has to drink.
Yeah.
So if that happens, we all have to drink while
Very
we're here.
excited about
Excellent.
this.
Yeah.
Ready for it.
It'll
That
be
is
really
the
fun.
official
Yeah.
drinking
It's
game.
Yeah.
coming.
It follows
gonna
her
happen.
around.
I love that.
But our
Yeah.
second date, I was underage. I couldn't
Mhm.
drink yet. Savannah's older than me.
Mhm.
So it was her
Nice.
friends.
My friend
Nice.
Montserrat's birthday party,
Okay.
And then it was at a bar. So I was like super nervous. I was 20.
but like a
I was
sports bar, so
gonna
like
get
people
caught.
brought their kids and stuff.
Yeah, nobody.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
good.
yeah.
But you were all
I-
nervous.
I have anxiety.
He
okay?
looked like a child walking in. He was so afraid.
I mean,
It was
you
before
look
I started taking testosterone, so I looked like
He
a
really
baby,
did look
y'all. Like
baby.
I looked like
Lad.
a 12-year-old boy wandering into this bar.
What in the Ron Howard?
I'm trans
Oh,
for
I love that.
context.
I love that.
Did you know that?
I didn't just take it for fun.
What?
I know. I just realized
Oh
for
my
everyone
God, yeah,
listening that would be
thanks.
really confusing. Yeah,
Cheers.
I have testosterone that I need.
Yeah.
From
Cheers. To
Cheers.
you.
Cheers
All
to
right,
being trans.
continue.
Anyway, so we're at a bar, and I'm meeting all of her friends on our second date.
Mhm.
And
Which was the day after we met, so very quick.
yeah.
Adorable all around.
Yeah.
And oh, it was just wild.
There's a
So
lot you
I'm
could
trying to
say
figure out where to
about-
start.
The second.
So there was a guy that was really in love with Savannah, and he waited. Well, we're just doing real names. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
beat that.
Uh,
Hey, something.
Did you say? I didn't hear that. Did
Nathan
you say
Graff?
Jeremy? I heard Jeremy.
Jeremy? Yes.
George.
Did you
Basil.
full name? Oh my god.
Jeremy
I
was
like
my.
Basil.
I like Basil. We're going
We'll get
Basil.
some trauma. Jeremy was my first boyfriend, and he
Oh,
died in a
cute.
car crash when he was 16.
Everyone
And
drink.
let's go.
Hey.
Hey.
Opa.
Opa, Savannah's
What's the
traumatized.
cheer for that when like you have
I
a,
like
Yeah,
Opa
we-
actually.
Okay, Opa's good.
Let's
Opa's
take
good.
that and let's
They're
run
all
with
the
it.
cute things.
I wasn't sure
Yeah.
you guys had like
Oh,
a
yeah.
couple cheer. We're
No,
like,
mostly it's just
I
people
don't have
going,
a cheer for when
oh,
Savannah dies.
no. So-
oh,
It's
Opa's
normally
better.
sadder.
it's Opa.
Opa. That's
Oh,
incredible, and I'm
perfect.
taking it.
Yeah. We're just gonna
A
start
depressed
doing that. That's
Opa.
our
So,
tradition.
yeah.
now. It's great.
Keep
going.
But anyways, what did we say his name was?
Jeremy.
Basil.
Basil.
Basil?
Yeah.
Basil.
Basil's where
Um,
we ended.
You'll never
Oh.
figure it out, internet.
Basil. So Savannah went to pee and just abandoned me,
I had to pee.
and she just, you just abandoned me.
True, I should have
So
taken you.
Abandoning.
you and all the other people I knew went to the bathroom, and I was stuck with this wildly drunk Basil, who then proceeds to like trap me and talk to me about how he's in love with Savannah, and
No.
but it's okay because I look like a Greek god. But then we both look like Greek gods.
12-year-old
Like,
boys.
both,
You know, just
they're known for being.
full on
It
Greek
would.
Pretty
guys.
god.
It gets worse. It
Whoa.
gets weirder, and it gets worse.
So then this guy like traps me there, is talking to me about that, and then he like starts rambling a lot. It's been a lot of years, so I don't remember a lot of it, but he somehow gets to the point where he's calling you and I Greek god robots.
What
I don't know
the
where robots
hell
came
is
from.
going
I'm
on?
sorry, I can't give
Something
anyone
about it.
context on that.
No, it's fine. It just sounds like drugs.
yeah.
Definitely
No,
not
just
drugs.
weird.
Because he was like, what's the cheese state?
Wisconsin?
He was like Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
He was Wisconsin pure.
Classic Basil.
So he
That's
just
okay.
drank like beer.
You guys just look like
That's
a
it.
couple of Greek god robots, you know.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
guys are
You know.
just
Yeah.
This is
real
Wisconsin
great
compliment.
That's right here.
Yeah. So,
Not
and
good
then
at
he had Spencer.
Oh yeah, he was like, "Let's pretend to be dating," and I was like, "I don't want to do that.
What?
that
Yeah,
sounds
no,
so
thanks,
weird.
babe.
Mhm.
I'm
Not into
uninterested.
it.
Wait,
Thank
he
you,
wanted
sir."
to pretend to be dating you.
Me.
Yeah, When I came back, they would be dating, and that would be the joke.
And this is your first date.
second date.
Second date.
Mhm.
Whoa.
First date, I took him
You
to
were like-
Panic at the Disco.
Yeah,
Oh,
first day was
very
banging.
fun.
Yeah.
Power
Support
move, Savannah.
this.
I love
Yeah,
that.
thank
yeah.
you.
Very
It was a
pimp
strong
power.
opener.
Yeah.
How much older are you, if you don't mind me
2
asking?
years.
Sexy. I like it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
a day.
And a day.
Aw,
A
Hot.
single day.
couple
yeah.
of Leos.
Power move.
We held
Love it.
hands for the first time during Death of a Bachelor.
Oh,
Very romantic, very
Nice.
symbolic.
So cute.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We
But
almost
I like that
touched
this
Brendan
random
Urie.
dude is just like, let's act like we're dating. When
But
you were
instead,
literally
let's
there
be in
For
love.
the
dating.
4
Yeah.
minutes I was in the bathroom, and then I come back, and
And then he loudly says, "We're dating now."
we're in love, actually. He said
Oh.
you guys were in love.
Well, we were. A lot
That's
happened while you were in
true.
that
A
bathroom.
lot. Yeah, yeah,
Those
yeah.
4
Okay.
minutes were life changing.
Life-changing.
was
I
he
was
just
called
trying
a
to
Greek god.
throuple with you guys? Like,
We've had that happen a lot, so
A
maybe.
lot of people try to throuple us.
Really?
That's
Yeah, it's
What
ruined a
high
lot of
compliment.
I mean,
relationships.
I
Yeah.
gotta be honest.
Nice.
You guys are really charming together, and I
Oh.
totally can understand it.
throuple.
Do you guys want to throuple?
Oh
We wanna
my
throuple
God.
right now.
Like, we have great
Leave Eric
right
at
now,
home.
I
Let's
will
go.
leave my husband. I love you so much, Eric. I'm just kidding.
But yeah, so then that was that whole guy.
Yeah.
That was Basil. More happened there, I'm sure, but I don't really remember
what
it.
caused the calling of
The
the
calling of the
cops?
cops, though, that was stripper
that was a
guy.
different guy.
So,
Oh, okay.
With a broken
he-
hand.
All in the same
Oh.
night?
Yo, yeah,
Yeah,
it was
what
a
the hell
busy
was
night.
happening?
It was
a
Whoa.
busy night.
it was like 3 hours. We were there for 3 hours, and
It
then
was
we
like
left.
some random
So.
sports bar in Aurora too. Like it wasn't an
Man.
exciting place
It was
to be.
called, like,
I
Chargers or
used to live
something?
over. I've been to Chargers.
It was
It was
Chargers.
multiple
Chargers, there we
times.
go.
Yeah.
And that place is wild. And
Yeah.
nothing in an evening there is ever normal. So now I understand the
You're like,
context
oh,
of
well,
what-
never.
Yeah.
We should
Oh,
have
okay,
just
yeah,
led
you
with
called the
that.
cops. Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Of course.
Yeah, of course you did. You were at Chargers. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that guy was just like wildly drunk. He had a broken hand, and every time you asked him about it, he had a different story.
Yeah.
For how he broke it, but he didn't
Yikes.
realize that there was no continuity. Like he was so drunk that he was like,
Yeah.
for sure, this is the first time you're asking me this. I'll tell you this super exciting
Love
story.
this.
Yeah.
That's kind of fun because
Um,
you can walk away and walk back up and be like, what happened to your hand, dude?
Yeah, it
I'm
was great.
Pretty
And then
sure
you
you
have-
did that.
I did that multiple times.
Yeah.
At one point, because I was the only one not drunk. So I was having fun how I could.
I love that idea.
And yeah, at one point he was like talking to me and just like nothing was happening, and he just dropped his full beer on the ground, like a full pint glass, and it just shattered, and he just like looked at it, and I was like, and you should go.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
is too much
your
now, man.
moment.
Ooh.
So then he did leave, And we like looked around, we realized he was gone. We were like, fuck, that guy's definitely trying to drive home because that man does not have a brain cell, right?
Yeah.
Like
No.
he's
You
going
know
for
what's
So
up,
we walked outside and he's
Good
in
for
like
you
this
guys.
beater truck.
No
There's like
license
4
plates.
crushed cans of
Mhm.
Natty Light sitting outside the driver's side door.
Mhm.
And he's just chugging beers.
Like it
inside
was
of
like a
there.
36 pack in his truck
Whoa.
that he was just shotgunning. And really, you've had like a dozen beers in the bar.
No.
Yeah.
So
So many. So I was like, hey man, let me drive your truck. I'll drive you and your truck home. Savannah will follow.
Whoa.
And
That's,
then-
so kind of you guys.
we
You
were
can
even
ju-
like, we'll
well, we
get you
didn't
an
want anyone to
Uber
die.
and we'll like
Yeah.
get you an
but
Uber
I mean,
back in
it's,
the morning.
But that's
Yeah.
still being
This is
like
why
good
people try
Samaritans
and
for his
throuple us.
life. And
Yeah,
for,
exactly.
They're
this
like,
is-
you try and
Because we
help
try to
This
people.
save
is
their
the
lives, and they're
throupling.
like, that
Yeah.
means sex.
Right.
Yeah.
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 At least he didn't get that. But then he did tell us. So I was like, hey man, like just then like it'll be like you just drove yourself home basically. But then you won't have to drive. This is a win-win for you.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like you
yeah.
have a driver. And he said, no, it's cool. If I get pulled over anyways, it won't matter because I don't have my license.
Yeah.
And I was like,
It had already been suspended.
bold statement,
Yeah.
dude. Like,
No.
Yeah.
whoa.
Wow. Wow.
So then he peeled out of the parking lot and I called the cops.
And he
told
drove
them-
over the Meridian.
Oh yeah,
The median? The,
He
the
drove right
Meridian.
over the Meridian, guys. It was wild.
Yeah.
He
You
went.
guys
the
really
middle,
hung
yeah.
out with him for a long time if you made it all the way to the Meridian.
Yeah.
I mean, we got
We
pretty
bonded.
far.
Yeah.
36 natty lights, that'll take you.
That's
36
friend, yeah.
Natty Lights.
Bonding. Yeah.
Not the worst kind of bonding ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair.
But yeah, so he like
Wow.
hit every single thing in his way, and then got out of the
Yeah.
parking lot, and I called the cops, and then he snapped for the next morning. So we're like, damn it, he didn't get arrested. And that was
Wow.
that
Yeah.
day.
That's
Yeah.
rough.
And then
That
I
was our
drove you
second date.
home in my mother's car that I was passing off to my own. 'cause
Ooh, it was a red Mustang.
It was a Mustang convertible, and I was
It's
like, no
very
one needs to know
sexy.
this is mine. This is
Yeah.
fine.
I love this. This is my car.
Because at this point, are you still thinking like this is just Tinder hookup fun?
We're just trying
Like,
to
we're
fuck, I
not-
think.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you're like,
Which clearly didn't go.
Or
I didn't.
maybe that's like what you were telling yourselves.
That's what we were
Yeah.
telling
Yeah, because we
ourselves.
didn't
I
even
was
kiss on the
obsessed.
first date,
No.
so I don't think we were really good at fucking generally.
No, I liked you too much.
oh,
I brought weed and shooters into the concert in case I hated him.
Aww.
Nothing.
good plan
And then
too.
you didn't
I like
hate
that.
me.
So I love
I
that you
didn't.
snuck that in.
Yeah.
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 Good thinking.
It was
Smart,
at
smart.
Ballerina when it was Pepsi Center.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
back in the day. Yeah, it was
What
a good concert.
year was the Mustang?
I
Do
have
you remember?
no
I wanted to
idea.
pull it up as an image.
I
Sorry.
love that.
Like,
It's
so we could
just
really
awesome
put
visuals.
a. Could really,
Let's go for
I'm not like a car guy. I'm like, what year, bro? I was,
What
I
year,
was like,
bro?
I just wanted to like.
what
mean, it was-
engine? I don't know, 20.
We met in 2017.
It
and
wasn't
it was a
new. It was like 2012. Try 2012. They all look the same, you guys. Come
Right?
on.
Oh, yeah, but 2012 red Mustang.
There
was
we
it red?
go. Mustang.
It
Hero,
was
yeah,
red.
It was red.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Or it is red. She has it still in Texas.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's
Shout out
like
to Nancy if
super
she's
all I wanted
fun.
to do is
Shout
get
out
the visual of
Nancy.
you guys
Yeah.
with the top down driving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
And he,
Good
In
on our first
February.
date,
Yeah,
he
in
picked me up in that.
February.
And that was a whole different story because he came inside my house. Bad.
Mm.
The couch was
It's a
in
strong
front of.
opener.
Yeah, the couch was in front of the door because my family was obsessed with Just Dance.
Okay.
So he had to
Yeah.
crawl over the couch to get inside the house and wait with my mother while I finished getting
Your mother
ready.
and your brother.
Wait,
And
can we
oh.
explain that a little bit? The Just Dance.
Video game.
yes,
Yeah,
it's a
I feel
video
like
game.
I feel like I'm the old lady right now, but I
Yeah.
don't know what
You
the
don't know
hell
what
It's
is
okay,
going
Grandma.
on.
You-
It's okay.
You hold.
So you
I'm
had to
like,
move
why
the
did you put the
furniture.
Yeah.
Just to dance? Like they
You
they
need
needed to-
room, and they
Yeah,
come
okay.
with. They usually come with mats, and they have the sensors that you
You've
step
Oh,
on.
seen.
yeah, yeah,
You know
yeah,
what it
yeah,
is.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
the four
Yep, yep,
arrows.
yep, yep, yep.
Yeah, that
Okay,
Dance
I've
Dance
got it.
Revolution.
Dance Dance Revolution is
is-
what
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, that
of.
might be what it was.
Just Dance is the Wii version where like you
that's-
hold the
yeah.
remotes.
Okay, yeah,
It's
yeah,
the
yeah.
We had the Wii.
lamer version,
Nice.
which makes
Yeah.
We
sense.
had the lamer version because we were poor as hell.
Your
Yeah.
older
Fair.
brothers just
We's were nice.
getting after it.
Yeah.
no. We's
Yeah.
were dope back in the
Yeah,
Yeah.
They were like the
I
back
best.
in
think
their
we-
prime time.
I'm not going to incriminate myself. I don't know where we got it.
It fell off the back of a truck.
Sometimes
Wink,
they
wink.
just
The
fall off
last
trucks.
time
I
I
don't know.
saw a couch in front of a door was my neighbor, and they were being searched by the cops. So I'm just like, all right, you got
Yeah.
the couch in
Ours
front of
was
the
more
door.
You know, I
fun than
feel like you're
that.
getting
A
the
little
vibes,
bit
though.
less
Getting
illegal,
the vibe.
but
Yeah.
you're close.
I just feel like you
Yeah.
guys must have really liked each other immediately because a lot of these things just
Red
are
flag.
happening around
No,
you
it's
are
just like
kind
a
of
lot
like,
of
wow, that's
craziness.
wild.
wasn't
Hey,
Like,
well,
great.
guess what? That didn't stop our whole
Yeah.
relationship.
And one of the
Really?
other
I
girls
love
he was
this.
trying to fuck was at the concert and saw him and
Oh
oh my
snapped
god, I
him
forgot about that.
while we were at the
she
concert.
was wild. She like it was like a snap, and she slowly zoomed up on me, like it was a video snap.
That's creepy as fuck.
It
what
was
the hell?
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah. It was a
And
good
then
time.
I found out she had a boyfriend in the army,
Oh,
and that was
Ooh.
wild too. I
was that
like,
was that car
uncomfortable?
not
Car
Car Magdalene?
Magdalene.
is the name.
Magdalene's a good name.
Magdalene.
Fitzbazis.
I like it.
Lovely name.
Basil,
It really
Magdalene.
is, right?
I
What a
actually-
cast.
what-
I
yeah.
want a name like that
No.
for our
Basil
child,
and
and
Magdalene.
he won't. He's like, oh, it's an old person name.
Because you pick old lady names.
Old
Old
lady
lady
names
names
are
are
like
back.
really in right now.
They're
I was
back.
talking to a teacher friend of mine.
The right
They're
old
very
lady
in
names
right
though.
now.
The right old lady names. Savannah's like Gertrude.
There
Mabel.
are literally Gerties in her
Gertie.
class.
I
Yeah.
refuse to have a child named
Gertrudes.
Gertie.
They call them Gertie.
Oh.
There's
Gertie.
like two of them in
Gertie?
one of her
Yeah.
classes right now.
Or like Rudy.
or one
Trudy.
Of them,
There are so many options.
Gertrude.
We've
my
agreed
guy.
on names.
I
don't know
love
why
a
you're
name
doing
with
this
a
now.
good nickname.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nicknames are important. And
It's
Gertie,
okay to be wrong.
bad nickname.
You're wrong. It's fine.
Oh, I thought you were
I
saying
just
I'm wrong.
imagine.
No, I love
You're
you. That's
correct.
fine.
Gertrude's
Continue.
awesome. You're
Continue.
I just imagine you telling yourself that like
Yeah.
every morning.
Yeah.
You're like, hey,
It's okay to
it's
be
okay
wrong.
to be
It's
wrong.
okay.
As you go to get your
You
lip
have to
injections.
admit. You have to
Yeah.
admit to yourself sometimes.
Yeah.
You're
You have to
wrong,
be
dude.
Before
honest.
you
That's
play
the only way you
football,
can grow.
You just need to
Gertrude's
be
a
We're
great
not.
name.
We're never
Yeah.
wrong. No.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, those
Only
were our
Spencer right
first
now.
So
two
those were our
dates.
first 2 dates, and it just kept getting wilder,
Yeah.
which
That's
eventually
cute.
led to
When
our
did you
wedding.
guys know each other were like the one?
Savannah knew before I did.
I said I love you like sobbing in the first 3 weeks. It was
Yeah.
like
Wow.
around 3 weeks. I
In your
was
bedroom.
sobbing, and he was like, "What's wrong?" And I was like, "I think I love you."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, okay." And then he hugged me. He did not say it back, which was healthy and good. But here we are. So I'm not too mad about it. I know. I felt.
I just said thanks. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. You're like, high five, bro. And then you're like,
Yeah, buddy.
That's nice. Thank you.
Like that's how
Yeah.
much of a player.
Yeah.
Like that's
I mean, it sounds.
I was like, there's a
it.
support group for people like you if you need
Oh.
it.
It's all my exes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no,
so
I said it back later. I don't remember when, but I said
I don't
it later.
either. I don't remember.
We
the
got
first time.
serious really fast though, because we moved in together ish. This is the sad part of the story.
You were homeless.
I got kicked out of my house because I'm trans and my family's very religious.
Ah.
So wah wah.
Like
But,
4 months into
Opa.
us dating.
um,
Yeah.
back the rules. So then we moved in together, and by moved in together, I mean I moved in with her and her family, and we slept in her twin bed for a few months until
And
back.
you brought your dog. And
Quinn.
all
Perfect
3 of us
baby.
lived in like
yeah.
a 200 square foot room.
Well, that's how you know it's
Wow.
gonna last.
And yeah,
Yeah.
You know?
we got a talking to by her mom once because our sex was too loud.
Nice.
Yep.
High five, bro.
It was it was
High
up
five her.
there.
Yeah, it
Worst
was-
moments of my life
it was
was her
pretty
mom
bad.
having that conversation with us.
Yeah. But it was like, it was not in a healthy, like, sex positive way. It was like, your brothers can hear you. You need to be more careful. Like, you're disrupting everyone.
And she
Wow.
waited weeks
Gross.
to tell us.
Weeks. I think you had all.
I was like
It was
I
months,
like had found an
actually.
apartment and was
Mhm.
about to move out, and then she was like, "By the way, we've been hearing you the
And we
entire
were fucking
time."
like rabbits. It was all
the
the time.
beginning of a perfect
It was the
relationship.
beginning
Yeah.
of a
Yeah.
relationship. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're getting after it.
That's how it goes.
And
Yeah.
then your mom was apparently just sitting in the living room playing Just Dance,
Right?
listening to
My
us.
brothers were downstairs getting high, playing video
listening
games,
to us.
and listening. So
Yeah.
it's great. It's not
was a-
bad at all.
Bonding experience for the family.
Mm-hmm.
One time, her brother said something super transphobic to her, and I wasn't home. And I came back to the house after I was working at a place
At
where I worked
Dish.
like 12 to 15-hour days because I was trying to make enough money that I didn't have to live there anymore.
Yeah.
Fair.
And so I got home, and the man's sitting on a couch, high as balls, and just like hands a Snicker to me like this over the couch when I like walked to the front door behind the couch. And so
A
I took it
Snickers?
and I said,
A
thanks.
Snickers bar.
And I walked
Cool.
into the room and I asked Savannah, I was like, your brother just handed me a Snickers? And she was like, oh, it's because he called you a transvestite. And I was like, oh, okay.
Ah.
During an
we're good
argument-
now, bud.
During an argument where my older brothers were mad that I didn't ask their permission before letting Spencer move in because they were the men of the house.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm contributing just as fucking much.
Yeah.
You
He's never
contributing
in the
more.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their night shifts at Walmart were not carrying much of that household.
Yeah.
So
I feel like Snickers
do
should
have
use
to
that
say,
for
though-
Pride, next Pride.
Yeah.
Just
I love that just behind the
I
couch.
love this
Okay.
idea of like for every like asshole comment you make,
Yeah.
you have to give me a Snickers.
piece
For
of
every
chocolate,
slur,
yeah.
you owe
Like,
me a Snickers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like this.
Snickers for slurs.
yeah.
You're gonna be so healthy.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
Next June Snickers. If you use that, we're gonna
Next
sue.
June Snickers.
Transgender? Here's a Snickers.
Here's a Snickers.
I mean, that's not bad.
It'll get you through.
Not bad.
if everybody gave somebody like if you say something offensive about a person or a place or not a place but like a people,
give the place a Snickers.
give the place or the people Snickers bars, like they
Yeah.
get a Snickers. So every time we get a Snickers bar, we're like, oh, they said something sexist.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, this
That would be a
becomes
sure-
new culture.
I love the idea of the
I
sexism
kind of
one because
love
just
this.
all women just
We would
Getting
just get
Snickers
bars.
every day,
Snickers every
every
day.
We'd be
minute.
drowning in Snickers.
We would literally be sinking.
Yeah,
Melted
production could not
chocolate.
keep
It'd
up.
be great.
Right. The whole like economy just
And
gets
then
blown.
somebody's
Maybe
like,
Yeah.
I'm
becomes
allergic to
Snickers-based.
peanuts.
Yeah.
And then they're dead.
It's not
Oh,
about you,
no.
Stephanie.
Hey, there's almond Snickers, okay?
Touche.
There's almond
Gross.
Snickers.
Touche.
Yeah.
No,
Nasty,
bomb.
though. That sounds gross.
He's Dutch, so he's obsessed with almonds.
I haven't tried
Ugh.
them.
I love the way you said that. So like,
That was
ugh,
so
he's
weird.
I know, why was that
didn't
so
realize that the
judgy?
Dutch were obsessed with almonds.
Savannah
That's
does not
news.
like almond flavoring at all,
Oh, okay.
and I love it.
I
Because
just recently started enjoying plain almonds with dark chocolate,
Oh, okay.
and even
Yeah.
that's on the fucking edge.
Yeah.
So
I like that lip curl towards like the Dutch too. It's just
Yeah.
like,
apparently Savannah, we're learning a
Dutch.
lot about Savannah
Yeah.
today, y'all.
it was mostly towards you, not like the nationality.
Oh, my love of sweets
Oh yeah.
just you.
and okay.
Yeah.
'Cause Savannah, you might owe the entire country of the Netherlands
yes,
Yeah.
an
yes.
almond, an almond Snickers.
And almond Snickers.
Yeah, it's time to send some almond Snickers.
Yeah.
I'll add that to my Amazon cart.
Right.
Just send them to the Netherlands.
Yeah, just whatever. The capital.
So when did you guys like move out of that house and into your own place?
around August of the year we met,
Whoa.
Oh,
I
wow.
And that wasn't even our own place. That was my place with someone I went to high school with who I should not have moved in with, but I was desperate.
who watched us sleep a couple times.
Ooh,
The stuff just keeps
Classic
happening,
throuple,
guys.
you know?
Classic throuple.
It's the thruple stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
We just
Yeah.
like, what is it? You guys are
this-
so like magnetic.
I know.
Yeah.
People
Yeah,
just
everyone's,
love to
like, in
watch
love
us
with
They
sleep.
you.
love to cross our
God.
boundaries. It's
Right.
super
People
fun and
love to
super
cross our
sexy.
boundaries.
Right?
Yeah.
It's so cute.
People
of
are
them.
like obsessed with you.
It's a problem. Yeah,
I
we're
think it's
just, like,
because
so
you're
great.
a couple of cute, like
Dude,
hobbity,
for
kind of nice,
sure.
nice
I- like,
guys.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like it's just
like you're just
Yeah.
You know what I think about often? One time we were standing outside of work and Savannah and I were comparing. You mocked my wrist size, and Mal
And we talked
said
about
it was like
shoes.
watching a couple of elves fight.
yeah.
And I have not stopped thinking about
Holy
that.
It's like a couple.
Mother-
We reference it a lot.
Yeah.
This is
little
so
elves have a
legit,
bicker.
though.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
so cute.
Just watching a couple of elves fight. So
Yeah.
anyways, I think
Yeah.
about that a lot. and
Yeah.
that just
I mean, I
reminded me of that.
just met you like last week, and I was like, I love them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm glad that we're lovable.
Do
Yeah.
you wanna,
In
you
ways that
just
you
asked me
don't
to
respond
Yeah,
to
we're
throuple.
Second time you met them.
throupling.
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, the second time I met them, I'm ready to throuple. You know,
Uh,
And,
we were-
you know,
I was
you're
in
part of
a-
the masses.
I was in a wedding.
and everyone else, Jen.
I was in a wedding last summer, and Savannah, with all the good intention in her heart,
Oh,
was
fuck.
talking to someone who's now a good friend of ours. And like there was a house where all of the people in the wedding party were staying, and this girl was not in the wedding party. And so Savannah's like, "Oh no, you should come back to the pool with us because there's a pool at the house. And you can
Oh, but
you
just
can
said pool.
Yeah.
you
That
can
gets
s-
sexy.
you can sleep in our bed."
Because there weren't. There
And so
wasn't enough.
this poor woman who's ex-Mormon, just now coming into the world,
Just
is like,
realizing she might be queer.
I'm being invited
Oh.
to a threesome right now. And so she has to like call her friend and ask if she's being invited to a threesome because Savannah was like, you can sleep in our bed.
And of course, a friend is like, yes, you're
Yeah.
being invited to a threesome.
The consensus
Because
was yes.
that's being
Yeah.
invited to a threesome. Yeah.
Like, if I was
Yeah.
in that situation, I'd be like, I'm being invited to
Yeah.
a threesome.
And I didn't know any of this had happened until the friend told me on FaceTime like 2 months ago.
Yeah, I didn't know that she thought it was a fucking proposition. I was
How
just
else
like, you're
would she
really.
have taken it?
I don't know. I was like, I'm obsessed with you. You're perfect. We've been dancing all night. That sounds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're digging that hole
Yeah,
deeper,
you're digging the
Savannah.
hole.
You know?
You
I
feel
hear
it?
it now.
You feeling
I
it
hear
now?
it now.
Okay. Well,
I'm obsessed with you're perfect. Come into my husband and
Come
I's
into
bed.
yeah.
I don't know why you thought I was trying to have sex with you.
I don't know where you picked that up from.
Oh,
but,
sorry,
like, I am
Megan.
obsessed with you and you're
These
perfect.
Love you,
legit replies.
Megan.
And we danced all night at this wedding. It's
Yes,
fine.
yeah.
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 I mean, we did. We were cutting up the dance floor.
Love that.
Many times we were the only two people
Yeah.
dancing.
You
Uh-huh.
were definitely drunk people dancing at a wedding. I will tell you that much.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So
I love it.
yeah.
Like something
Anyway,
Eric would say to me. For sure. I'd be like, we
It's
were
just
dancing so hard and having so much fun, and we were amazing. And he's like, you were drunk.
You were,
Yeah.
It was
I'm
just
sure it
you.
felt
Yeah,
amazing.
Yeah.
It's like when you run when you're drunk and you feel like you're the fastest person alive.
You're like,
Oh,
Yeah.
You're like,
No.
oh.
And you're barely walking. Yeah.
yeah.
That's how you were dancing.
Well, shut up. Anyway, so Spencer moved out like 6 or 7 months into our relationship, and got the apartment with a friend, and I stayed at the house with my family, but I spent most of my time with him for
Just to
reasons.
stay sane, mostly. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah,
And then we moved into a 4-bedroom house with 2 other people,
Mhm.
mhm,
and then we finally got our own place.
yes, and then we
Love
bought
it.
a house 3 years ago.
Love it.
And now we live near here.
Nice.
Congratulations.
And that was the
Thank you.
nice
Buying
parts of our
houses
story.
in Denver is a
We got. I
So
cannot
lucky.
stress how fucking lucky we got. We would not have.
the universe basically was like, you know what, you guys,
It's been
You
tough.
deserve
I'm
They
so
gave us
sorry.
a win.
Yeah.
They gave us
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
one goddamn
I was
win.
like,
I
it's
hit a
been
little
really rough.
hard, and
They're
I
like,
can
really
feel it now.
sorry.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks that you like are inviting them to have throupling.
Yeah.
And, like
Fucking
really, the
apparently.
universe was like, we need to give you a little bit of some,
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
a little something.
It was
something.
worth
Well,
it.
some-
The house, I think, was worth all the almost throuplings.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
almost throuplings. Mistaken.
Mistaken.
I don't know how to phrase that.
Propositional situations,
Misunderstandings?
Yeah.
misunderstandings. Yes.
Mm.
It sounds
Yeah.
very Jane Austen when you say it like that.
Oh, thank
Ooh,
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds a
Your
lot
Jane
better
Austen
than it is.
trouble.
She's a
Yeah.
little Jane Austen.
This sounds more cultured than it was.
it was really just a mess, but
Damn.
Tell
No,
us about
anyways.
proposals.
Yeah.
oh yeah. Okay, well let me go first because Spencer's gonna fucking ruin it. So for our birthdays.
I need to just take a pause and
Be
just say,
humble.
like, I am so delighted right now. I'm having a delightful time. That's the only word I
I'm
can
glad.
think of.
I'm
This is just
delighted.
delightful.
I'm
Yeah.
glad. I
Good.
love talking about myself,
We-
so I'm loving.
Yeah, I'm like high as a kite
my
just
God.
on this.
Anyways,
Okay.
Yeah.
I proposed to you.
Shh. Sorry.
Don't ruin it, Spencer.
So our birthdays.
I don't know.
Spoiler.
No,
I don't know
I
if
wanted
you
to
know-
go
if
first.
you guys
Sorry,
wanna
guys.
know, but, like,
Spoiler alert.
Spencer
Yeah.
proposed.
Okay.
Anyway, we
Yeah.
got married. Big shock. So our birthdays are the 3rd and 4th of August. And I planned a trip for him, a birthday trip up to Lake Dillon with kayaks and like the lake because he's a water
Mhm.
boy.
Love a good lake.
Nice.
Love a good lake. Love a good body of water.
Solid.
hmm
Yeah.
And
Me
then
too.
this
Like my rich person thing, I would sail a boat if I could. You know.
Yeah.
Houseboating. That's how I. Yep. That was my
Yes.
rich
Yeah.
person
Yeah.
like upbringing.
Yeah.
Houseboating. Ugh, I love a lake.
Yeah.
Mm,
it's
yeah,
good stuff.
Just a pontoon
And
situation.
you grew up on the
Pontoons are
reservoir,
beneath
so
me.
I grew
Oh,
up-
okay.
Respecting
You're
your
too fancy.
preferences.
You're a fancy
Totally
water
get
boy.
it.
I
Yeah.
totally get
Fancy
it.
water.
Yeah.
Fancy waters.
It was like the
You'd
Pueblo
be on that yacht?
Reservoir, so it was like
Sexy.
not so sexy.
Yeah.
So I would.
You,
I
you
I
know
would
how that Pueblo Reservoir
Yeah.
is.
It hits.
Yes,
Yeah.
and then one in Arkansas, which was even better. So I took him on a birthday trip with our, at the time, our group of favorite friends, and
Foreshadowing.
it'll come into play later. And he Uno reversed the whole fucking thing, lied to
Ooh.
me about my ring, and
Ooh.
proposed to me during the picnic that I planned for his birthday.
During the surprise birthday trip that I wasn't supposed to know about.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Your
That's
impossible
really sweet. And you know
surprise.
what's lovely
Hmm.
is that it's kind of in a way like you did all the work for the proposal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was great.
I really
was great.
he had everyone write on like hundreds of little like beautiful rose pink like mauve note cards reasons why they love me. So I was sobbing by the time I got to the top of
Yeah,
the
because
hill.
she followed. They were all on Twine, and she followed the note cards
Shut
to where I
up.
was.
God
Yeah.
damn.
And
Yeah,
so
guys.
what
I take it all back.
I'm-
You did so
Yeah.
much
Oh.
work.
it was good. We also one of our first dates we went to a bar with our friend Beef and we
I'm sorry,
What-
beef.
Beef is the coolest.
Beef is literally the
Beef
is
coolest
my
human
best
being.
friend.
their name is Bethany, but they go by Beef.
I
Yeah.
just really love the name beef.
Yeah.
and I
It's-
want
It's a
Beef to be
great
my
name.
friend.
It's
Yeah.
they would
They
love
would-
you.
I would
And
love
they are
them,
fantastic.
and I don't
Like
even know them.
people like throuple proposition us. People always want to fuck Beef because they are
Mm.
so charismatic
a
and
problem.
so lovely and
Beef
so
like
kind.
walks outside and gets 4 job offers and like gets hit on 8
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
There's
Like
just
we
a
would
vibe.
literally
Yeah.
go
I
on
love
walks
this
and
about
Beef would
Beef.
get job offers. I was like, what's happening to you right now?
Yeah.
Like,
If
how is this your
everybody
life?
joins their forces, like the world could be run. You know what I mean?
Truly.
yes.
Truly, and it would be a happier place full
Yeah.
of dogs.
Let's all support
Beef for
Beef.
president. Yeah.
Beef for president.
for
Yeah.
president.
President.
BFP, yeah.
Yeah. I want that
So,
T-shirt.
BFP.
Let's open up Canva.
Yeah.
Right now.
Exactly. Get that again.
So Yes, it was Beef's journal at the bar, and we were all scribbling in it. Like, I was drawing nachos for some reason. We were all toasted. And he wrote, we were joking about, there's this really traumatic thing with Spencer's family where they write letters to people and contracts and stuff. So we wrote a contract that we were going to get married, and we both signed it. And he fucking saved that. And he had it in a frame, and it was at the bottom of the hill, at the bottom of the cards. And I saw it, and my first thought was, oh, that's spooky, like a child died here.
Which is
And
fair.
I
It was
ignored
like
it.
a bunch of scribbles in a frame in the middle of the forest.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
incredibly
Yeah.
valid.
Yeah.
And I was busy,
So-
like, I thought he was still on his way, so I was trying to set up the picnic, all this stuff. And our friends, Beef and the other one, what should we call them? Ooh,
Is this
bad
male, female, non-binary?
non-binary.
Okay.
Chicken.
Joe.
Joe.
Yeah.
Chicken Joe.
Chicken
Well, beef and
Joe.
chicken.
Joe. I like
Chicken
this.
Joe.
Chicken Joe.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Chicken Joe
This
is
why we're
a
so good
main
together.
player.
CJ for
We're
short.
so good together.
Chicken Joe.
CJ is a main player in the wedding fiasco, but
Great.
they kept encouraging me, like, "Oh no, go look at it, go look at it," and I was like, "No, I don't want to fucking die. I want to
I'm
get
gonna
this."
get haunted by
spooky.
the
It was also, like,
spooky child that
Noon.
died.
Like, why would
It
you
was
be
noon.
It
I
feels
don't
like
know. I'm a scaredy cat.
Yeah.
I can't do anything. I can barely watch scary movies. And I was trying to set up, like, I was trying to mix the Pibs #1 drink that I made for him, special that I got, like, the special.
it was delicious.
So I was so distracted, and then I look at it, and I realize it's our, and I was like, "Fuck, this is happening." So I didn't go up the hill for a while.
Oh.
She had to like emotionally prepare.
Yeah.
So I'm just like hanging out on top of a hill
Yeah.
for like an hour.
It was bad.
She's gonna make it up here though.
Like,
right?
she'll,
Yeah.
she'll find
gonna do
it,
She's
right?
gonna- yeah.
She'll find
She's
it.
Her
Yeah.
parents will like get her to move, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they
gonna
did
happen.
eventually.
Well, and I also we made a bold choice. Like, so it was me and a couple of friends that went and scouted out the spot that'd be good for like pictures and stuff.
Right.
And the spot that I deemed good enough was like a hike. It was a hike. And so it took you a while to get there.
Yeah.
Because
I also was
I made
reading
you
every
like
single
Also,
one
she
of the
shows
cards.
up like sweaty and like
Yeah.
Crying.
I'm ready
One
for
of the
I'm
first
ready
things-
for pictures.
One of the first things she said after she said yes was, "I can't believe you told me not to wear a bra," because she was wearing like a jumpsuit and she asked whether she should wear a bra with it or not. And I was like, "Your bra straps will show, so if you don't want them to show, then don't wear a bra. You're fine. You're good."
Yeah.
And then she got really mad at me.
Right.
I didn't know what else
You
to say.
sent her into her proposal
Yeah.
without a bra.
Loved it. It was, "Yes, I can't believe you told me not to wear a bra."
I
Greasy
love that.
hair, nails not done, no
Uh,
bra.
Your nails
Sweaty
were done.
from a hike.
No, they
Yeah.
weren't. You tried to get me to do them. That was when I was doing
Oh, you
gel nails.
refused to do your nails.
Because I
Ooh.
was busy.
There's only so much you can do, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I lied my ass off for a few months for the proposal to happen.
Yeah.
But getting you your nails done, I kept buying her things because she was really into doing her own nails. So I just kept buying her stuff, hoping she would like do it
Get
out of
excited,
excitement
yeah.
that she has the new thing.
And I was so excited to use all that stuff, but I was so preoccupied with the picnic planning and the trip planning and getting
Yeah.
everyone like to
and then I
Venmo me
tried
and
you
get
to get
groceries.
to do your nails when we were at the trip.
Yes,
too.
but then our
You
friend
did the best. You did the
Beef's-
best you could.
Beef's
guys.
partner started dishing about all of their childhood trauma and stuff like that, and I was like, I
Wah,
can't. I
wah.
can't.
you can do your nails during that.
Opa.
I couldn't do my nails. I couldn't be like, oh yeah, tell me about all of this really awful
Everyone
sexual
has
trauma.
ADHD in that group. You could just be like, "Hey, I'm listening, but I'm going to do my
Nobody
nails
else,
while I
like
do it."
half of everyone else
We actually
wasn't
think that's
listening.
better.
Oh yeah, it was just you. You're just the nicest.
Yeah. So
Everyone else was
anyway,
like, "Nah."
Were
Yeah,
they
okay.
like drunk? Like that's always when everybody wants to unleash
I
their
think
childhood
they
trauma.
got really, really drunk.
or high. I do it when I'm high.
I think
sometimes.
I think they were really
Oh,
And I'll be
high.
like,
Yeah.
"You're listening."
Yeah. Yeah, that's what
I
it
see
was.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello.
So,
I've trauma dumped on quite a few people when I'm drunk. So
oh
yeah.
yeah, it's the thing to
I think
do.
it's all of it.
It's
Yeah.
how to make
Yeah,
friends,
that's how we
right?
bond.
Yeah.
But that's how it's
That is
trauma
how you bond.
bonding
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
You're like, "Listen to my garbage. Thank you."
Yeah.
Now we're
Well,
friends.
everybody's a therapist when they're drunk too. So it's
Yeah.
like,
Yes.
allow me to therapize you,
Yeah.
or please be my therapist. I'm in both. I'm ready to
100%.
be.
I love
both
that.
roles
Just flip
at
a
any
coin.
time.
Are
Fully.
you okay? So you're a
Yeah,
switch
yeah,
then
you gotta
on
switch.
the
Oh, you're a switch.
I'm a switch player.
Switch.
What are you?
Now probably more of the therapist.
Yeah, you
Same.
got all the trauma dumped.
Yeah, I dumped it out.
Yeah.
We're clean.
Purged.
Cleansed.
I love
Purged.
that. I love that
Purged.
for you.
Yeah.
Now I
Yeah.
just
So
therapize.
proud.
Thanks.
Yeah. Mostly me, actually, unfortunately.
Now when you're drunk.
I don't really get drunk. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
But-
Rip to today. That would have been great if you get drunk.
that would have been nice.
Another time.
We'll do it again.
Anyways, so I proposed to you and it was great and you said yes.
Mm-hmm.
Uppy.
But we are not then we were like, okay, well now shit, we have to plan a wedding, which is the worst. And then
On
that
a
starts
budget
a
with
tale.
only 2 people and not having met like much family or
Feel this.
people you want to go.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you know, 2 millennials trying to afford their wedding.
Yeah.
It's a
During
the
a
middle of
pandemic.
tale.
You guys.
Yeah.
During
Oh,
a
yeah,
pandemic.
during
too.
a pandemic.
During a
Totally
pandemic.
fine. Everything's
Oh.
great, you guys.
Yeah, it was
It's
fantastic.
awesome.
So-
Both of us working full time, both of us going to school.
What was the year that the proposal happened?
2019.
Makes me feel better that you don't know either.
Oh, good.
I know the day because it was the 2nd of August.
It's my dad's birthday. Yeah.
Yeah.
The 2nd of August is your dad's birthday.
My dad's birthday is the 2nd. My sister's and Savannah's is the 3rd. Mine is the 4th, and my brother's is the 11th.
That's
It is a
hilarious.
busy month.
Too
My
many
brother's
Leos.
birthday is the 2nd.
I want to say it. No.
Nice.
No.
Yeah.
My whole family's the 2nd of some month.
Hmm.
Ooh.
What are
It's
you
like
the 2nd
June,
of?
August,
Ooh.
and I'm the 13th of April.
Oh, that's
Friday the 13th.
Hell yeah.
Great way
Right,
to
you
show
said
that
that.
I'm the
You
black
are
sheep.
the
Yeah.
black sheep. Yes,
Mhm.
yes, yes.
That's an incredible. That's a power move, honestly.
Honestly, the universe was
It's not
like,
about me, you guys.
Jen, come on. but it can be so easily. Yeah.
Anyways, so then we started wedding planning.
hmm
Um,
I had a little binder, and I was really good at the shitty job that I had, so I had a lot of free time, and I would just like print shit out and put it in the little binder.
my sister, bless
cute.
her heart, tried to warn us. She was like, "You guys should just elope. Just elope. Weddings are terrible. Just elope."
Mhm.
And we were like, "No, but ours will be different."
It'll be different. It's gonna be small. We're
We-
only gonna
and we
invite
did
people
have-
we
Everyone's
want.
thought this.
Yeah, we did have a
We were
micro wedding.
naive.
It was only like 30
Yeah.
people.
I
That's
like it.
great.
Oh, also for
Do-
context for listeners who don't know, this is the only sibling that Spencer talks to.
Ah.
Everyone else is still no contact
Because of the religion.
because of the religion.
Oh,
and
you
Because
a lot of
that whole
the
stickers.
religion
bigotry.
thing.
Because of that
Yeah.
whole thing.
Spencer, you and I are going to have deeper conversations off of this podcast
Oh,
later.
hundo
No,
people.
Spencer
He
and I
needs
bonded. It
more
was like,
friends.
hey,
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
just drama.
Yeah.
Oppa.
Yeah.
Opa.
What were you gonna say, Mel?
I was gonna say, do you want to take a break and like do a refill before we get into the wedding? Because we're like,
Yeah, this
Oh.
is a great time.
Yeah,
to-
we've been chit chatting.
yeah.
Is that
Yeah,
okay?
This is
No,
sorry,
absolutely. We love
delightful.
chit chat.
Okay,
This-
cool.
Yeah, this pod is for swears and chit chat.
Oh,
Yeah.
perfect.
Swears
Okay,
and
well
chit-chat.
now I do need the
Pause.
bathroom.
And we're back.
Wow, we're doing so
I
good.
just really wanted to
You guys
do that.
harmonized.
Professional. Yeah, I can see
Yeah.
yours.
And I was like,
We should
I
do
wanna
this
do it with
together.
you.
Oh
It
my
made
God.
me think of the Elmo's World, Sesame Street.
That's
Love
classically
Made
what
me
we're
think
going
of
for with the
Sesame
show.
Street for a second.
I'm
Oh my
getting
gosh.
Sesame Street vibes.
Yeah.
I was
You're
going to tell you that
really-
earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a
want you
puppet
guys to
ready.
speak
Everybody's been like,
Elvish, and I
yeah,
want
yeah.
us to be like Sesame Street.
It's not
puppets.
Elvish.
Savannah,
Oh my god. Oh dear God.
what is it?
I
She
love
needs
that.
to learn though, so she
Cinderine.
needs to learn.
Yeah. Listen.
She's not gonna
I
remember
gave
that.
up on that. I read those books like 80 times as a kid, but
I
No,
actually
you
have
said
never
you read The
finished them.
Hobbit 80 times.
no.
I-
the
oh, I
Lord
thought
of the
you said
Rings
you
are the
read
ones
The
that I
Hobbit.
started
I
with.
love this Lord of the Rings debate.
And then
Yeah.
the
JD's
Hobbit
very
was
serious about
my
Lord
mom
of the
used to
Rings.
read The
Like,
Hobbit to us, and then my
That's cute.
first
We're gonna
book
do that.
series was Lord of the Rings,
Okay.
and then I would read that over and over and over again, and then like
And just not retain a word of it is what I'm getting.
no, I don't retain anything. I have ADHD, bitch. I don't retain shit.
God, that's so true.
Like I literally can rewatch movies once every like 2 years, and it will
It's
be
brand
brand
because
new.
it just goes
Wow.
away.
Yeah. It
Like,
just
how did
goes
I
away.
miss this? When it came
Honestly,
out?
I
Beautiful.
love that for you though.
You're a goldfish.
It's really
You're a
fun.
human
Yeah.
goldfish. I
Fun.
love
I
that.
get to like
Yeah.
relive things.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Thanks, guys. I feel so
Yeah.
excited.
just seen. Yeah,
JD, did I
Anyways.
get the name right? It's Cinderin, right?
Cinderin, yeah. There's
It's fucking Elvish,
Oh,
everyone.
no,
Calm
psh,
down.
Jen.
Cindarin,
Cindarin,
I've
there it
heard
is.
I'm
different.
on Mallory's side
I-
here.
I've heard
That
it
world
both
is
ways. I don't
know how to
full of
pronounce
dudes,
it.
I like it.
and
But
the
JD
two,
likes
like,
Savannah so much in it
soft-ass
right now
feminine
for like knowing
women.
that.
They're really vibing.
Yeah, they're really like, yeah, high five,
Yeah.
bro.
Mallory and I will be in the corner talking about how women also matter.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings, Tolkien.
If, yeah,
The 30 seconds of Galadriel was enough, I think. We're fine.
Thank you. Thank you.
She had her moment.
Yeah.
there's like a TikTok of like the cut of Lord of the Rings where the only like the scenes where two
All
women
the
are
women are
talking,
in?
and it's
And
like a
it's-
mother to her daughter being like, "You have to go," and that's it.
That's it.
I,
That's the
I've
only
seen
moment.
it and I love it.
It's
Yeah.
amazing
It's
every
such a great
time.
little-
So good.
I watch it every time it comes up.
Every time.
Yeah, and then I send it to JD, and I'm like, "See," and he's like, "I don't care."
Yeah, nobody cares.
Read the Silmarillion.
Yeah, read the Silmarillion.
Which I have also read.
I
Just for
don't
the
know.
record,
That
everyone.
one I feel like I'm more on your level with if I didn't retain a goddamn word
No.
of that book. I
No.
read it cover to cover, don't remember
No.
a single thing about
I
it.
remember
Okay.
greater like storylines, but I
Mhm.
can never remember the nerdy stuff of anything.
There's so many names.
like the little nerdy things. I
It's
just
like
can't.
reading the Bible with how many names there are.
Yeah,
Great
it's
place to like look for baby
fucking-
names, you guys. Glorfindel.
Ooh, yeah.
Glorfindel.
Finarfin.
You're right.
Finarfin.
I do
Finarfin.
like Gertie, but I love Glorfindel.
Glorfindel. Yeah. This is Gertie and Glorfindel.
These are
We
our
had two
twins, Gertie and
babies.
Glorfindel.
Gertie and Glorfindel.
They're
Gertie and
not gonna get
Glorfin.
They will
bullied.
never be bullied.
No.
Coolest kid.
We really do fucking hope we get twins, though.
We call it a BOGO because
Yeah,
we're doing
I love that. Buy one,
IVF.
get
So if
one.
we get
Yep,
twins, free baby.
Free baby.
Perfect.
Yeah.
baby.
Free
Love
baby.
this.
Yeah.
Free baby. Okay,
I
we
think
Andy
we might
Serkis
to-
is doing
Yeah.
a version of the Silmarillion that's really good. You should listen to it. That's what I was trying to say.
You were like, okay, but bring it back to the important
Yeah,
things.
he's like, I have to get this out.
You
You
before
guys,
I-
we just moved past the Silmarillion like way
Yeah.
too fast.
I
He was
thought he
like,
was-
okay, 2-second pause, my moment.
And I really thought he was going to try to get us back on track with your wedding.
I thought he was too.
I was about
like
to be
shifting gears
chastised,
already.
Right. And he was like,
And he
no,
was like, no,
actually.
Back
Silmarillion.
to this topic.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Anyways, our wedding.
Our wedding, yeah.
Yeah.
We had a wedding. and
Yeah,
it
you
was
guys
a
were
day.
planning it. It
We
was just the
planned
two
it.
Yeah.
of you.
Planning.
You had a binder.
I had a binder. It was really cute. I kind of gave up on it though because like once I started figuring stuff out, like the binder like was kind of superfluous. You know?
You just store so much knowledge in your head. There was
Yeah.
no need to have
Yeah.
a binder.
Can't
Around.
relate to you,
Knowledge.
Jen.
Yeah.
I'm like the elephant and
Mhm,
you're the
mhm.
goldfish.
Yeah. Because you're,
The elephant.
The
Not
elephant.
an elephant. The elephant.
The elephant in the room.
yeah, what was that guy? Like,
For
a
sure
robot?
more of an elephant than I am.
yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Greek god robot.
Greek
That's
god
me.
robot.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a Greek
Thank
god robot.
Yeah,
I don't know
but
what you're
planning
talking about.
was goldfish.
You wouldn't
fine.
because you already forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jen's past it. She's moved on.
I like to live in the moment, you guys.
I
Every
don't like
moment is
callback
fresh and new
jokes
for
because I
me.
don't remember them.
It'd be interesting to do a re-listen of this podcast with Jen, or like all the podcasts, and her being like, "I don't even remember that."
Yeah.
Oh my god, what happened?
We
Yeah.
said
We
it.
could do a
Why?
cut of just me being like, I don't know what that is.
What?
I don't remember that. I don't know what that is.
Thank you
Like,
for not continuing to talk about yourself in the third person, though. You caught it so
oh,
quick.
I was like, why
I'm
did I do that?
Because you could have doubled down and kept
Anyways.
going.
I kind of wish you had for the bit,
Yeah,
but
but it's
know.
weird.
That self-awareness really
weird.
gets in the way of the bit, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
it really does.
yeah, this is why I'm not a good stand-up comedian. It's not my
The
place.
self-awareness, that's what you tell
Yeah.
yourself?
The only reason.
Yeah. Too self-terrified.
There it is. There it is.
There it is.
Anyways,
Anyways,
We planned a wedding.
Yeah.
And we had a couple of close friends that we were going to invite to be in the wedding. Beef was going to be the officiant. That was always the plan because
course.
Beef is the greatest
Love
human.
this because
Mhm.
Shout out to Beef.
Beef for
Yeah,
president.
because beef.
Because Beef.
Because beef.
Yeah.
BB.
We
Um,
weren't
yeah.
planning to have a wedding party, but then we were like, oh, we're
Oh my
losing so many
God.
of the normal traditions. Like maybe we will. And then we fell into this really awful fucking sinkhole where Chicken Joe assumed that they would be allowed to co-officiate
Ooh.
and
Sorry, what?
sing
That's a bold move, right?
I'm
Chicken
sorry,
Joe.
what?
No.
Yeah. Just
And sing?
and sing a song,
With
sing
a
a little
guitar.
ditty for us.
No. A
CJ.
ditty with
Like
the
a
guitar?
goddamn Wonderwall around a campfire, but like during our
Please
wedding.
tell me
Yep.
it was going to be push.
Yeah. I wanna push you.
If it's not
around.
push, I don't want to. I don't want to have it.
No, it was anything by Dave Matthews Band.
Yes.
No, I'm pretty sure it's a song that
But
they wrote.
literally anything by Dave in Dave Matthews Band, anything? No,
No,
all of Dave Matthews Band.
Every
I would say
single
like
song.
I don't think
the
there's a
full
single.
discography.
I don't think
Actually,
there's
I'm
a
not-
single song that I'd be like, yeah, that's chill to play during a wedding ceremony with a guitar.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah.
there's one that I
No,
would.
but I think Spencer was right. I think it was an original song.
I think it
that
was
they
an original
wrote.
song.
no. CJ.
no,
Chicken Joe. No.
CJ.
Chicken Joe, no.
So yeah, so they just had that assumption for a while, and then finally
Yeah.
talked to us about it.
Assumptions
and we're like,
make a fool out of you.
No.
No. They,
You know?
yeah. Well, because the problem was that like the three of us were very close friends: Beef, Chicken Joe, and I. You know, classic
Classic
Beef, Chicken
Beef,
Joe. and I.
Chicken Joe.
Trio.
Um,
Spencer
and-
fits right in with Beef
Yeah.
and Chicken
Spencer
Joe.
definitely not the odd one out
It
of
was
the
like in
situation.
sync in like the glory days.
like in sync.
Exactly
Start a
like
boy band.
Beef
yeah.
does look like they're in a boy band.
Beef does
though,
look like-
so that's
yeah.
Beef
yeah.
solid.
does look like a boy band.
Um,
yeah.
Okay, I'm ready
Beef
for
could
it.
be in a boy band
Have
probably.
you seen pictures of Beef?
I've met Beef.
Oh,
Beef and I
you've
are
met
best
Beef.
friends.
Yeah.
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 Fucking monster.
Yeah.
I feel so left out of this situation.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Beef and I
Do you want to see a
shared-
As you
picture of
should.
Beef and that make you
No,
feel better?
it's fine. We'll do it later. It's
Okay.
fine. I'll meet Beef one day.
You'll
It'll
meet
be
Beef and
fine.
I shared a
Beef and
skull
I-
at Honor Farm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love this so
Beef and I
much.
met when we were 14 or 13 or 14.
You were young.
Because they were starting at my school and my mom worked at the school, so they like our moms talked and decided that we should hang out because we would get along because we both weren't feminine. Shocker. And then Beef just called me one day, and I remember I was playing airsoft with the boys.
I used to
And
play airsoft with the boys.
everyone should play airsoft with the boys.
Right.
And
It's
Beef called me and was like, I had never met Beef, and they were like, "Do you want to go fishing?" And I was like, "Sure." So like, I met Beef because they showed up at my house one day to take me fishing,
I love this so
and we
much.
went fishing together, and now we're
Lifelong
best friends.
friendship
I
was
love
born.
this so
Yeah.
much.
Truly.
And tell us about Chicken Joe.
Chicken Joe. Chicken
Beef,
Joe.
Beef brought Chicken Joe into the
Oh, Beef
situation,
brought
right?
along
Beef brought Chicken Joe. Well, but
Okay.
Chicken Joe was already related. So we've discussed. I went to a small Christian school. So
Oh, I forgot
I
about
didn't know
that.
that. Oh God, we have
okay,
so
sorry.
much
Oh.
We've
Like
discussed.
Like
Yeah, we
graduating,
discussed it.
graduating
Anyways.
class of like 13.
16.
Class of
20,
five, win.
20, and I was the
Good job.
largest class that they'd ever
Opa.
seen.
I. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
have so much.
You're the odd one out now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't you?
This is
Don't you
finally my
guys
moment.
feel so
Sucks
silly?
to be normal.
Yeah.
That's a bold
Opa. It was
description of
bold,
yourself,
yeah.
isn't it?
Let's
I love
move on.
it.
Let's move on. Don't
bold
fall
for
for
an
Savannah's
elf
like,
to say
if
they're
there's
normal.
one thing you are, it's normal.
Yeah.
Thank you. I would call myself typical.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The pause is what convinced me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Truly.
Choking it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Normal.
But yeah,
No
so
one's normal. in this room.
I met Chicken Joe when I was in high school because their dad was our theater teacher.
Adorable.
Mm.
Already love this dad.
Misogynist,
theater
Oh, we
racist.
don't love his dad?
No, we
Oh.
don't.
Oh,
love
yeah,
his
with
dad.
Christian school?
Is
Yeah.
a Christian
Oh, I
school
forgot about the
theater
Christian
teacher.
school.
Come
Yeah.
on. Yeah.
Oh,
We did a
no,
play
this
that
is
he
not
made-
Great.
We did a play that he made us write called Orphan Train.
Oh,
Ah,
no.
yes.
No.
So this was him.
Oh my God.
Do you have the
please.
monologue? Do
Yeah.
you know?
Can you tell us your monologue?
There was a
from
song
it?
that Beef and I sang. I didn't have
Tell
a
me.
monologue, but there's a song that Beef and I sing all the time that Savannah hates, and it's
Go.
Let us.
"Let us in. We need a home. We need a name. Take us in."
And they just sing it in the
We
most
sing it,
eerie,
like,
high-pitched fucking...
When we lived together for a while, when we would get locked out, we would just start singing that loudly outside of the apartment until someone let us in. Let us in. We need a home. We need-
I need.
But-
I need
but
to hear that
wasn't
song
it-
sometime.
Wasn't it, like, didn't he not allow...
Oh, there was an Indian girl at our school, and he didn't let her be in the play because it wouldn't be historically accurate.
So racist,
So we don't like
misogynistic
him.
Christian man. Yeah.
Holy
We don't like him.
motherfuck.
We don't like him.
To a
No.
child.
Do not like
You're
him.
not historically accurate.
Oh, no.
I
Yeah.
gotta stop with my assumptions that anyone in theater
Well,
is
you were thinking
wonderful.
theater, but then like
Yeah.
Yeah,
Christian
you were like all hyped
theater.
about theater earlier.
Yeah.
Theater.
Church theater is
No,
different.
but
Church theater is a whole different
I
land.
also was raised in church theater, so
Yeah.
I
Okay.
totally get it.
Yeah.
Yep. Mhm.
Yeah.
So anyways, yeah. So I met them just because of that. Like, it was like the teacher's kid. They didn't go to school with us, but I was like,
Yeah.
we met
Yeah.
at random things.
I do think you and Beef should get friendship tattoos. It's like orphan
Yes.
train.
Definitely an
Orphan
Orphan train on our knuckle, just like squish the
Yeah,
letters
squished
together.
in there, yeah.
I would
No
love to have
vowels.
just orphan on my right hand with
Orphan.
no
Yeah.
contact. That'd be great. Yeah, thank you.
I kind of love that. I kind of think that's pretty
I
fucking
mean, that would be
No,
kind of
that's-
hot.
Or just orphan on my right
No,
hand.
just like
You're
finger
into that?
tattoos.
Yeah, finger tattoos are hot.
Mm-hmm.
But then wait, me with finger tattoos.
Yeah, it'd be hot.
I can't pull it off.
It'd be hot.
We have to have other
love you.
tattoos too. We
Yeah,
have
you
to
can't start with the
Yeah.
fingies.
I'm still
You can
trying.
start with fingies,
I'm-
but you
But,
have
like,
to be adding pretty quickly.
Just going really quickly into orphan and leaving it. It's a bold move.
It's a bold.
It's a bold move.
It's a bold move.
Anyways, so then Beef and Chicken Joe had a long story that is not worth getting into this podcast or will never end.
Very incestuous. Just leave it at that.
Okay.
A lot of
Um,
boundary
Okay, so
breaking.
Chicken Joe wanted to like sing their song.
So
at your
Chicken
wedding.
Joe ended up, so Chicken Joe, Beef, and I all lived together in a 2-bedroom apartment. That's a whole story on its own. That was a journey. And so then, fast forward, we're engaged. Beef and Chicken Joe are going to be in the wedding. We weren't going to do wedding parties because I have another sister that I do talk to, whose name is Heather. That one I'll just throw out there because it's
Yeah.
watching this. She'll know it's her.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh.
And she really wanted to be in the wedding, and there was some concerns about alcohol. Um,
of course.
And so we were like, well, maybe not. Like, this feels like a bold choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
to have these people. So then we decided no wedding parties. Like, we're just not going to deal with it because it's
Mhm.
complicated
Smart.
with my family, with her
I would
family,
do
with
the
everyone.
same.
Like, we're just like,
Yeah.
not do it.
Yeah.
But then Chicken Joe entered the situation, was like, well, I'm officiating, obviously. We were like,
If Beef's
"Oh,
officiating,
Chicken
so
Joe,
am I."
no."
Yikes, Chicken Joe.
And
Yikes.
there had been some moments before this where Chicken Joe really started to fuck up the relationship.
Aw.
With Beef
With
or
everyone.
Okay.
So we
Interesting.
were still kind of trying to navigate through that. And
Just like throwback to the thruple thing real quick.
Oh.
that's all that needs to be said.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Trying to fuck
Um,
up the vibe.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
not
Yeah.
the wedding
But
vibe,
they're married.
right?
But they were
Yeah.
married. They had a partner who was uncomfortable with that.
Eventually, it became an open relationship. That's the whole thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
so,
more.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
but
anyways-
it plays into the wedding. So if we
so
need
we
to
decide
explain,
we're
we
just
can.
gonna do wedding parties then, and then we'll just make Chicken Joe the maid of honor, Savannah's maid of honor.
Matron technically.
And then we'll be good,
Yeah.
right? Like we'll just. It's not a demotion, right?
Yeah.
You're playing a different role.
Yeah.
And you get to do a lot more planning. Like it'll be great.
Which was bold of us.
It was a mistake.
Yeah.
And
Brave.
so
Brave.
yeah, and so then Chicken Joe's husband was my best man. Another brave move.
Ooh.
Another brave and bold move.
Can't believe this. I love this.
By
Yeah.
Savannah and I.
we fucked it hard.
Yeah.
Love it.
Well, and we were thinking like we're doing all the planning, so it's fine. Like we don't care who's in the wedding party because we're doing all the planning.
Mm-hmm.
And then I forgot that there's so much that happens the day of that you
Yeah.
actually really do need people. That
Yeah, you
you can
really
rely
need
on.
the right people to show
Yeah,
up and
because
stand
we
up.
had
Um,
it all in our heads, but
Yeah.
we were busy.
Yeah.
So, but we had
Getting
some other
married.
friends come through. Yeah.
So yeah, so then it's a whole thing. Oh God, are we just there's like the whole
Are
like
we
bachelor
gonna-
party
yeah.
bridal shower situation. Do you want to skip those and just go to the wedding?
No. Do
Okay.
Well, I
it.
just say,
Oh,
like, talk
okay.
about whatever you guys want.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I feel like the wedding is more
That's what
interesting,
I
but
said.
so the bridal shower
Whatever, you know?
we had one
Okay.
friend who was in the wedding.
she was my best friend for a while. That's who you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Who
Mhm.
moved? Okay. I met her in college. She was a linguist student as well, and
very wealthy.
Mhm.
crazy fucking wealthy.
Mhm.
Mm.
Oof, love
That's
it.
not why they were friends.
You
No.
should
But
have
We're
kept
not
that
gold digger
friends
friendships,
forever,
right?
but
I
because,
wish
you know,
you know,
money.
I wanted to.
Make
wanted to
best
really
friends with their
milk that cow.
parents.
Yeah.
No.
I mean,
her,
before we got on for the audience, Spencer and Savannah did say they're looking for an older couple,
They are shopping
a
for
rich
an
couple
older
to adopt
couple.
them. So
Yeah,
if
'cause
you
we don't
are an
have
older
parents.
rich
you're a
couple,
listener who is
you
older,
wanna
rich,
adopt
and would
us.
like,
Shopping.
I would love
I
some
will
like,
play
Yeah.
pickleball if it's required.
and you
Yeah.
want these adorable
I'll
elves.
bake.
You
I'll
know?
bake if I need to.
Oh man.
Oh, you could learn to bake from the ground. I'll go play
Yeah.
pickleball. You'll learn to bake.
Stereotypical gender roles.
guys.
We're great at those.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
We'll
so
fit in.
call our number at.
That's our pick. Call our number at 720.
You just gonna start giving
Call
it
us.
out.
Yeah.
Find us on
Please.
Facebook.
Is
'Cause
there
that's
a
where you
Tinder
are.
for that? Because I would download
That's the
that.
Tinder I want. That's
I
the
think it's
Bumble
called
I want.
Sugar Baby, Sugar Daddy.
No, but I don't
Mm.
want to. I
You
don't
don't
want it to
have
be
to.
romantic. I
You
just
don't
want to be
have
adopted.
Sometimes it's just companionship. I almost did that before I met you.
Ooh.
And then you met me. You didn't have to.
Didn't
What's
need
up?
to. Hey.
Hey.
Nice.
Anyways, so then bridal shower.
Yeah.
We don't do the gender role thing.
Mhm.
The bridal shower was just a bunch of people.
Yeah,
It wasn't
love
like
it.
a bunch of old ladies.
Yeah.
Whoever wanted to come, really.
Yeah. Your mom got confused about the date and
So she
didn't
missed
show
it?
up.
Oh, shit.
And
And I had gone shopping with her for dresses to wear to the bridal party,
Whoa.
bridal shower the day before. Like literally the day before.
Oh man. And
So-
she was. Wow.
I feel like that
mom's a
takes
rock
work
star.
to be that
Ugh.
confused.
I commend Savannah's mother on being so confused so
I
regularly.
feel like it's, yeah. Yeah, you know what? Good work.
Yeah.
That's hard labor on
She
her
tried.
part.
Cheryl's
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
working hard on that.
Yeah.
So she didn't show up. So we were kind of waiting for a while for her to show up and she didn't show up. We were at a tea spot that was really nice.
Yeah, babes.
Oh, babes. Yeah.
Yeah, we
Perfect
love
Lab.
babes.
We love Babes Tea Room. So we were there and it was great. It was the first time we've ever done like the actual like full tea that you do. So
Love a
Chicken
tea.
Joe ordered that for everyone. And that's
Love
like
a tea.
$40
Whoa.
a person, y'all.
Yeah.
Like, it's
That's really nice.
expensive.
Good job, Chicken Joe.
Wow, Chicken Joe. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So we were like, wow,
Like
that's
so many times in this podcast.
You're
I'm
like-
yeah,
you're
this
like,
is awesome. And
yeah,
everyone's
that's
like,
great.
And we're like,
You're like,
oh.
you guys really just
We're
wait.
running into an
just
Opa.
wait.
Does this
so-
happen
Here's
every
why I know.
episode?
To an
is
Opa.
I thought the same thing because I literally turned to Chicken Joe and said, "That's really generous of you guys. Thank you. Like that's super nice
Because
of
they
you."
Fair.
made that choice without consulting anyone, without
So
giving
then
warning to anyone.
the check comes and we find out later that Chicken Joe like billed everyone or like Venmo requested everyone uneven amounts. So based on like how much and like so Chicken Joe ended up not paying really at all.
But made
Venmoed
Chicken
the wealthy person like Venmo requested a lot of money, like way more
almost
than what
the
was her
entire
share.
bill from my friend who has wealthy
I ended up
parents.
Venmoing one of my friends because they couldn't afford it.
because they
so
didn't know
I
they were
Venmoed
going to have
that
to
friend
pay
so
for
they could
it.
Venmo.
Oh my god.
So it was like a whole thing.
Whoa.
That's so fucked
So
up.
it was like
This is classic Chicken Joe.
Classic
You'd
Chicken
think
Joe.
there would
Classic
be even a
CJ.
fucking iota of awareness that you would communicate that with people, especially when you're close to some of them and know that they might be struggling.
Yeah.
Like, you
fucked
just
up.
like
fucking
no one was
communicate.
rolling in it other than
No.
Yeah.
And we were saving for a wedding.
It was
what
wild.
what should we call her?
Chanel.
Chanel.
Yeah. Oh,
Obviously.
Spencer, that's
Ooh.
perfect.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
That's
Thank
great.
you.
Chanel, yes. Chanel was the only one who had like disposable income. And
Wow.
again, it wasn't a conversation.
But
just
also, it's
assumed.
really,
Mm.
it's really
not
fucked
fair.
up to just assume that the person with some disposable income has to cover for
Yes.
everyone
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
And not even
Like,
like
that's not, and without any discussion.
Yes.
Or, like,
Because with
that's
discussion,
really
that could have been fair. Had you said like, "Hey, like I want to do this thing for them. It's a
Yeah,
little
what
out
do
of
you
our
think about
budget.
partnering
What
with
do
me
you
on
think?
that?"
Will you
Yeah.
help out?"
Yeah.
But like just yeah.
But that's
So
really fucked up.
there were a lot of moves
that was
like
great.
that.
Yeah.
Um,
and
All right,
also
bachelor party.
bachelor party,
I heard these
bachelorette
things
party.
mentioned, and I saved them in the back of my head.
I'm
so I
impressed.
remember
Thank you.
some things.
you're good at
Some
stuff.
things.
You're good at things, Jen.
Killing it, Jen.
You got one.
Yeah.
So bachelor bachelorette was a joint operation. Well, ish. It was separate, and then we joined.
Okay.
So my bachelor party actually fucking slapped. I played paintball.
Love that.
And
Love
if
that.
you're the person being celebrated at this paintball place, they make you just sprint across the room while everyone else shoots you.
Love that.
Love
And
it.
my coworker at the
Who
time,
doesn't love the pain of a paintball hitting them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
it was
The adrenaline.
terrible, y'all.
Yeah, I
So
know. Yeah,
that was
I'm-
like how I started too. Like we hadn't played at all yet. They were like, "Okay, well now you have to run," and I was like, "What?"
That's terrifying.
So then my coworker at the time, and this is like the first time we hung out outside of work, was my bachelor party, and he
No,
shot.
you guys had gone mountain biking.
We had gone mountain biking.
Yeah.
But he shot me in the ass, and he like
Yeah.
never let me forget it. He was like, "Remember that time I shot you in the ass?" And I was like, "Yes," because it hurt a lot.
Cool.
Because you shot me in the ass with a
Actually, I
paintball
remember
from
that.
20 feet
Yeah.
away. Yeah, it hurt really bad.
Yeah.
I do remember that,
I
actually.
remember it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a really fun. Like the day
Mhm.
was really fun for me, and then we met for drinks later.
Mhm. For us, what we did, the gals, we just got our nails done and had sushi, which
Love it.
Chanel was
Oh.
very sweet and actually bought all of the food for everyone
Chanel.
because she could be very
Honestly, Chanel seems like great. No,
Yeah.
great.
Chanel was a delight.
She seems delightful, but I'm scared to say anything like that.
Yeah,
because
so
I-
fair. No, no, no.
yeah.
Usually
I
Chanel-
saw the
running
hesitation.
into
if
it.
Chanel
yeah.
is listening, Chanel was a delight. She moved away, and we just lost touch.
Yeah, I had some self
That's natural.
worth
too.
issues with the relationship. 'cause
They had
she-
like really similar career paths, and
we
Chanel
were
just
both linguists.
got to be able to do some stuff that Savannah couldn't. And
so yeah, I didn't do my best in the
Sounds-
relationship.
well,
but
that also sounds very similar to people with wealth.
Yeah.
yeah.
yes,
So yeah, but Chanel was
Yeah,
great, and
that was nice.
she
I mean, no
worked
offense
really
to
hard on
Chanel.
the wedding with,
Mm.
what she could do and what CJ let her do,
Or forced her to do.
or
Mhm.
forced her to do.
mostly for
Yeah, but
classic Chicken Joe.
classic
Yeah.
Chicken
Classic
Joe.
Chicken Joe.
Yeah, but we just got our nails done, got sushi, and then
Y'all met up for drinks.
And then we met for
Met up for
drinks, and then
drinks.
drinks was like fine. I think I ended up picking the place where we like landed
yeah,
somewhere.
CJ's partner was supposed to.
Yeah, I paid for
Because
all
the
of our
best
drinks.
man.
I paid for all of our drinks. And then my boss actually noticed that we were like cashing out at the same time. And he's like, "Are you buying your own drinks?" I was like, "Yeah." And so he bought them for me. So shout out to that guy.
Aw,
Yeah.
shout
That's
out,
nice.
boys.
But like the other person who was staying at the bar at the same time, my best man. And he was like, "That's cool.
Yeah,
You take
Yeah.
care of this, bud. You
Yeah,
got
you
it."
got this. High five, bro.
it was a wreck.
But my best man did pay for my paintball. So like
Oh, that's nice.
Mm.
best man a notch above Chicken Joe.
Yeah.
For sure.
But
I feel like
It wasn't-
everyone's a
we
notch
also
above
weren't-
Yeah.
Chicken Joe.
But
Right
don't
Chicken
be the Chicken
Joe.
Joe at a wedding.
Chicken Joe's
okay?
at the bottom.
That's
the
last
day
one.
of the wedding is really where Chicken Joe shines.
Yeah. Well, actually, the day before.
The day before?
Mm.
Oh, I forgot about that. I was
Yeah.
gone.
So, well, yeah, because we tried to do the whole typical like the wedding parties stay together and we stay separate. Wish we hadn't fucking done that
Mm.
because it would have been a lot easier to fix everything that went wrong if we had been together. But
And were you guys at for this part? You
Savannah's at our house.
Okay.
mhm,
And I'm with best man at his apartment.
Okay.
mhm.
So where's the wedding going to be happening?
Evergreen.
Evergreen
Lake.
House.
I have been
Oh, lovely.
to one other wedding there, and it was lovely.
It's
It's
a
a
beautiful
lovely
venue.
Love that venue.
Yeah.
The
Also,
Great
Photos,
too, right
the
on the
photos
lake.
are beautiful.
that's really
we
what
talked
we did
about
it
it,
for.
and we're like, the photos are the only part of our wedding worth keeping because they're beautiful photos.
We also
Yeah.
spent the most
Really.
money on the photos and the venue because we wanted
Good.
great photos. But
Yeah.
also,
because your
shout
boy
out,
loves the lake.
I
The boy
love
loves
it,
the lake.
love
The
it.
boy loves
loves
it.
the lake.
It's a water
Loves the
lad,
lake.
you know?
Water
Shout
lad.
out to the. I'm not sure what her title was, but she was
Event planner,
not even
coordinator,
a coordinator. I think
day of
yes,
coordinator.
day of coordinator, and she was
It's
fantastic.
like we've talked about weddings a few times.
I know,
I
it's
was
like
about
we're
to say, I was like,
it's like we're-
wow.
we're ready.
Yeah.
You just had that ready.
It's like we're like in the industry.
Traits
or
yeah,
something.
it's
even.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's like
I
you
feel
talk
like we
about
are
weddings.
a little bit
Yeah.
as podcasters,
Commenters of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're like kind of in the industry
Yeah.
from the outside looking in.
Right.
Somewhat
Yeah, so-
judgy.
Like critics. Yeah.
Yeah, JD's looking it up. That's
It's
That's
so
it.
Yeah.
freaking
it was
gorgeous.
It's
beautiful.
really pretty.
Yeah, and the
Lovely
sky was
location.
purple like that.
Our wedding photos are absolutely
Yeah.
gorgeous. We should have
So,
sent them over before this. That would have been smart.
That would have.
Well, we're gonna
Well,
post
you
them on our
are. Yeah,
Instagram.
you're gonna
so.
send us, and
Yeah.
we're gonna
Oh,
post them to our Instagram.
perfect.
Okay,
page.
perfect. Yeah,
Sweet.
they're
Not
really
to tell
pretty
you what
photos.
you have to do, but,
But
But we
love that
have
if
to
you
do
do
that.
But I'm fine with that because
We'll
the
get on your
photos are
socials.
great.
Otherwise, we're
so,
actually not going to even post this podcast.
Right.
You monsters.
You know what?
That's fair.
I really love being blackmailed into doing a favor for someone.
Right?
So perfect.
you get
Good.
in
I
the-
knew it. I
They
knew
get
it.
in, Jen.
Yeah.
You know, there's
Blackmail.
one. If there's any energy I got from you, it's please blackmail me.
Yeah.
Energy. You know,
Genuinely? Yes.
Yeah.
I love drama. I love conflict.
I love drama, but I don't like it when it's me. So, anyways,
Well,
Anyway,
okay.
same.
This
So
is
our
our,
wedding day.
This is our drama.
Yeah.
Oh no, day before. Sorry.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
sorry, you're
continue.
staying separately.
Yes,
you kind of
right.
regret
Stay
that was the
separately
choice.
and
yeah.
then
And
the
we
wedding.
we were doing everything we could to like cut costs, do things
Of course.
ourselves. So we got wood flowers actually and dyed them and
Wood?
made the
They're-
bouquet.
They're
Wood
really
flowers?
pretty.
I
They're
can't wait
really
to see
dope.
photos of
Oh,
this. That sounds
They're
really
beautiful,
cool.
and you can put
They're not as cool. They just look like flowers from far away. It's not like a
Interesting.
sculpted wooden flower. It's like a
No.
special type of
Sweet.
wood that yeah.
Oh.
but you dye them and
Wow.
yeah, sola flower
That's so
bouquets.
cool.
Yeah, solo
Yeah.
flower. It
So-
looked. They all kind of look like the ones on the top left.
Yeah.
That was kind of our wedding colors.
That's
Yeah.
so amazing.
Yeah,
They
so
look
we
really
had
cool.
those,
That's
and
so
you can put
cool.
little scents in with the dyes, so you can make
shit.
it smell like vanilla or like blackberries. And it was very cool. So we were doing that. The wedding party was putting all the bouquets together. My wedding party the day before,
Mm-hmm.
and we were also supposed to be doing, like little dessert prep, like melting
Mhm.
chocolate, drizzling it over the strawberries, stuff like that. Like we were supposed to spend the whole day doing that.
Yeah.
Chanel couldn't make it. Chanel had a foot injury.
That foot injury is like a fucking main player.
I'm so sorry. A foot injury, so she can't come to your wedding?
Like no. She came to the wedding. She just
Oh.
didn't come to the night before. But
Oh,
it was
okay, I
like
get it. Okay.
that foot injury was
gotcha.
like the biggest deal. It was
Yeah.
like, yeah, I don't even know what to compare it to. I'm kind of drunk now, but like, it was a really big deal.
Solid.
Margarita.
Yeah.
Welcome to our
Margarita.
podcast.
Margarita. Yeah, so yes, so Chanel wasn't able to come. CJ was late, didn't bring the supplies that they were supposed to, and we ended up doing all of the bouquets. But CJ was bad at doing the bouquets, so Beef actually had to make CJ's bouquet.
Mhm.
Beef for president.
Wow, beef for
Yeah.
president.
Honestly,
Truly.
beef though,
CJ
beef
though.
carried so much of this day.
Yes,
Wow.
yeah. And then
I feel like Chicken Joe only added stress.
yes,
Bam, it just gets worse.
not even
Yeah.
added, but created situations and then fumbled them
Yeah,
Mm.
to instigate
honestly,
Stress.
impressive degree.
an
Once we get to the
impressive
day
degree.
of, it's impressive. So
Yeah.
keep
So
going.
what nickname should we for who else was in
Sally.
my wedding party? Sally. Perfect.
I don't know
Yeah.
who it is.
Oh.
I'm
Mustang
just throwing
Sally.
out.
Mustang Sally. Yes.
Obviously.
Obviously.
So Mustang Sally was the third person in my party. It was Chanel, CJ, and Mustang
Mustang
Sally.
Sally. Love Mustang
Perfect
Sally.
party.
By the
Love
way,
Mustang
Love
Sally.
this.
love the name and the person.
Yeah.
Both
yes,
are great.
Both. Literally no notes for Mustang Sally.
Good. I can talk
Um,
positively
right.
about Mustang
Yes.
Sally and be safe.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Yes, you're
Mustang
good.
Sally continues to be
Not
A
be
pinnacle.
Ride or
Mustang
die with
Sally
Mustang
to
Sally.
Ride or
this
die.
day is
Yeah.
a great person.
yes.
Love this.
Yes.
Beef and Mustang Sally really are the only two so far.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I'm
the
going to
two
remember that.
characters so far that
So
we've
if you're going to be in
introduced.
a wedding audience,
Mustang
you want to be the
Sally
Mustang
and
Sally
the
or the
beef.
beef,
Yeah.
Yes.
not be the Chicken Joe.
No,
Don't
do
Don't
not.
be the
Joe.
Chicken
You
Joe.
will be talked about in the worst way,
Yeah,
and you
On a
will
podcast,
be a
baby.
pariah
with a dumb name.
to ruin someone's wedding like
Yeah.
that. Just
Fucked up.
It's
Yeah.
still talked about. Yeah, to
we
this
still
day.
talk about
2
it.
years later. People still
3?
bring it up to us.
No, 2.
Wow.
'cause
Not
we
3.
bought
Love
our
that
house
for you.
3 years
That
ago.
you got that confused on our
3's
wedding
my
date.
favorite number, guys. So
So you've
Solid.
heard like
Nice.
we've married 3 years
Yeah.
because I like that number.
I
we'll
like
be
that.
married for 3 years forever.
What is
Obviously.
time?
Yeah,
Yeah,
3
yeah.
years and an extra.
We can make it up anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, who
Yeah,
gives a
time's
shit?
not
Yeah.
real anyway.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yes. So that night was a shit show. Nothing really got done besides the bouquets.
And you stayed up like way too late, right?
And I was up until like midnight or 1.
No,
The night before your
the night
wedding?
The night before the wedding, because
Yeah.
CJ fumbled so much shit, I had to coordinate with Mustang Sally and Beef and Chanel at her place about how to,
Save the day.
Yeah.
save the things that we had planned. Because we had a cupcake bar planned and we had little. I designed menus for the flavors and stuff that would go
Oh
on
my
all of the.
gosh.
Like I had a bunch of stuff planned, and CJ dropped the ball on it.
Well, and like we had done so much. So I built a wedding arch
Yes.
for our wedding.
Mhm.
Amazing.
We went to Goodwill and we got like a bunch of like glassware and stuff. We spray painted it all matte white. So all of the food was gonna be all in,
So
like matte
cool.
white
Whoa.
dishware.
Love that.
Like it was gonna be beautiful, right?
Half of it didn't make it out of the tubs.
Most of it didn't make it out of the tubs. The food that we made, I'm skipping ahead. You
No,
have to keep
that's
going.
okay. I don't
okay,
really
you can
remember
jump-
anything
you
else
can
from
jump
the
ahead.
day
Anyway,
before.
so
back.
all the food that we
Yeah.
made, like when I walked out during the chaos of our actual wedding day later, I walked out and there was just like the like aluminum pans, that you buy from King Supers that are super cheap to like transport stuff.
Yeah.
Those were just all around, and I was like, oh, that's just what everyone had for the like happy hour
Yeah.
after the ceremony.
Ah.
Was just on that, and so we had like all these like beautiful dishware we spent like a lot of money on that was just like sitting in a tub
Like
somewhere.
money and time. Like I glued some together to make like pedestals and like
Oh my
create different
God.
dimension.
Yeah.
All of this stuff. We put a lot of fucking effort into it, and
And then so then
Now you're
Day
just
of?
ready to throw another party and use it.
Yeah.
we
we still have everything.
I kept a lot of it. Yeah.
Good job.
But day of. Are we
Day
good to jump
of.
there?
Do what?
Are we good to jump there?
Yeah. Let's.
I was more
let's
involved day of.
Let's do it.
Because you were
Let's
out,
go.
like,
Let's go.
Savannah
Yeah.
was like getting her
I'm
hair
ready.
done, getting her eyelashes done, all that
Mhm.
stuff.
Chanel
with-
tried to do my eyelashes and accidentally glued my eyes shut, so I
Oh.
didn't get my eyelashes done. But they looked good anyway.
That was
You
funny.
have amazing eyelashes, so
Yeah.
I'm sure it was fine.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
You look
Thank
very
you.
pretty.
Aw.
Um
My guy.
That's the right
But-
answer.
Yeah.
Correct.
correct. Thank you. I got a good grade in podcasting. Um
Aced it.
no, so day of
Husbandry.
isn't husbandry something else?
Yes.
Yeah, it's about horses. Don't
Okay,
worry about
cool.
it. Yeah.
Animals in general.
But I've decided to shift it.
I was like,
It's
I don't think
fine.
I'd
We're
get a
just-
good grade in that, you
Yeah.
guys.
You know what, Spencer? Got a good grade. Just
Okay,
take
sorry,
it.
I got a good grade in husbandry.
You get very aggressive.
Yeah.
That's how you have to be with him.
You're doing a good job.
You're really great. Keep going.
You have to drop the voice too. If it's too
Yeah.
high pitch, I
yeah.
don't listen.
Yeah,
He's like
yeah.
a typical
Lying.
man in that way.
Yeah,
One
yeah,
of the
of course.
stereotypes he did bring over was misogyny.
We're kidding.
The
It's fine.
stereotype I brought over was just misogyny, like as a
Just
Once you
Huh?
one
transition.
of those funny traits that Spencer
just like
brought
that
over
cute little
was, like,
thing.
Funny things.
misogyny.
Yes.
You got
Yes,
really
baby.
sexist.
It's so
Oh, what?
sexist. You're chauvinistic.
What were you actually gonna say misogyny?
I was gonna make a joke about you being sexist, and then all the
But
faces.
then it got really fucking weird.
But then you
Yeah.
realized that was a bold joke
It
to
was
make.
bad.
It
was a
got
bold
bad
joke that
real
didn't go
quick.
well.
Gotta,
Yeah.
yeah, snowball.
Poor
yeah.
taste.
Good job, though.
Thank you. It happens.
I
you know,
respect
often.
Sometimes,
The
you know,
bravery.
Yeah, that's a
try.
brave joke to push
Thank
through.
you.
Comedy is
and
90% of the swings you take. So.
Yes.
I've learned
Wait,
anything.
Spoken like a
Take a
white
swing,
man,
though.
honestly.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So
Day of.
Day up. So you're out doing
Her-
your things.
Her eyes are closed.
My
Her eyes are closed.
glued,
They're
closed.
glued closed.
Glued
No big
shut.
deal.
I'm getting my hair done. I didn't go. Okay. Also, listeners, I don't know if anyone else on the podcast has said this. When you get your hair done for a wedding, go specifically to a bridal hair
Yes.
specialist.
100%.
Ooh. No one has ever said this, and this
Nobody
is
said
really
it.
good
I
It's
know.
advice.
really
Yeah.
important.
But
It's really
you
important.
can't just go to
No one tells
any.
you.
You can't just
Yeah.
go to any normal hairstylist and
No.
ask for a bridal hairdo. They're not trained in it. They don't have the correct tools.
Nope.
They don't have the supplies. The girl I went to did as well as she could.
It fell
Um,
out like a half an hour later.
Yeah,
Oh.
she just didn't have the right supplies, and my hair's kind of finicky. So she did great. It was pretty. Go to a specialist.
Yeah.
I forced my hairstylist to do mine, and he said the same thing. He was just like, I can't. I mean, I'm gonna do this because I love you.
Yeah.
You have to know that if you found a specialist, it'd be better. And I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, but it wouldn't be you.
That's
you know,
cute.
and it worked out. But
That's cute.
like, you are 100% right. Like, they're
Yeah.
not prepared. They're not
No.
trained. That's just not what
they
they
don't
do.
know how to put the
There's
jewelry
people
in
that
if
do
you want it.
hairdos, and there's people that do hairstyles.
Yes.
Mhm.
And those are
Very
completely
different.
Yeah.
Very
different.
different things. Yes. So get your hairdo done.
Same with like prom. Same with like there's people.
Mhm.
It's special occasion hair.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Incredibly different vibe.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I was doing that.
All right.
And I
So what
was
I'm
at the
hearing
house.
is hair fell out,
Mm.
eyes were
Glued
like
shut.
glued shut.
Eyes
Doing
glued
great,
shut,
doing
hair
great.
falling out.
Mhm.
Savannah's living her best life.
Spencer's at the house.
I'm at the
Spencer's
house
stressing.
with. It was the worst.
With everyone else trying to get
Oh
everything
my
ready.
god! It was Savannah's mom. It was Savannah's brother. It was the whole wedding party.
Oh, because I only invited one of my brothers. Not my
Snickers brother or the other one?
No,
The
God,
youngest
not
one?
Snickers brother.
Snickers.
I invited
yeah.
the youngest one
Screw
because
Snickers.
We
he's the
didn't
only one.
invite Snickers brother. They're twins.
Oh.
We didn't invite Snicker brothers.
Oh, the brothers. Yeah, they
Yeah.
didn't come, but
They
the other
got
one did.
mad.
Oh.
We think that it actually led to the end of one of their relationships because they found out why they weren't invited, and we think it became a conversation between.
Ooh.
That is not something to get into a podcast, but
Ooh.
we do
Not
think
this
that
one. Yeah.
we ended a relationship on that one, which was good because she was too good for him.
Love it.
Sophie, if you're listening, you were so sweet.
so-
Too good.
Too good for
Too
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. to Sophie. But yeah, so it was just Savannah's mom, her brother. I had no family attend the wedding other than my sister, who will come into play later, and that's the sister who wasn't in the wedding party on purpose,
Okay.
Mm.
and we see why. So I'm at the house trying to get everything together. People are making food. I'm helping to make food. We're getting the wedding arch into cars. We're like splitting things into cars. I'm like I'm directing everything. So I'm saying these people
You're
take
like the
this thing.
foreman.
These people take this thing exactly like a foreman. Thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we got everything into cars. I assigned who was in each car because I knew not who to trust.
Mm-hmm.
The assignments were not followed.
Oh.
Which
And so
leads to-
I'm in the car with my best man, and we're driving there, and we get a call that they forgot the booze. So we had like shout out to
Unacceptable.
Costco.
That is one thing that cannot be. That
Thank you.
cannot.
No,
yes.
we
So
had we had to stock the entire bar, and they forgot all of it, and we had specialty cocktails.
all of it. We had specialty cocktails, so we had like everything ready for these specialty cocktails.
Mhm.
Each one of us, we had like specifically made them for each of us too.
Yeah.
So we had like gotten everything, like we had like these things. Also, we still have the vodka bottle to this day because it was so giant. It was made
It
for
was
a
a
whole
fucking
wedding.
Kirkland.
Love
It was a
that.
fucking
The big one.
Kirkland
Yeah,
vodka
the
bottle
yeah,
that we
yeah.
still
Huge one.
have.
Yeah.
Because we don't drink enough vodka to go through it. But we have that, and we had another thing, and we had all cups and stuff, and all of that got left.
Mhm.
And so I got a call from Chicken Joe's car. That they
Unbelievable.
don't have the alcohol, and I was like, motherfucker. So like, okay, just go to a liquor store. I'll Venmo you later. Just go to a liquor store, buy whiskey and vodka.
Yeah.
This is a straight order thing, right? Like just
Yeah. Just do it.
Yeah.
whiskey,
vodka.
vodka.
Easy peasy.
Mhm.
Super easy things
Yeah.
to buy. We get to the venue. They're still not there. We wait about an hour. They're still not there. The wedding is in.
Half an hour, maybe.
It was less than half. It was more than half an hour. It was like an hour or two.
But still,
an hour. It was an
that is
hour.
cutting it.
It was.
Oh, I got
short.
my dress like half an hour before.
Oh my god.
So then they finally show. They have Savannah's makeup. They have because it's the maid of honor car. They have Savannah's makeup. They have Savannah's
Dress, my
Dress.
shoes.
shoes. We were gonna do a first look.
We didn't have
Um,
time for that.
We didn't have time.
Mhm.
That's
They
kind of
had.
nice though to like wait anyway.
Well, it would have.
I love the amount of times you're trying to be positive, and one of us goes, "Well,
That's literally the whole podcast.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
no, it was nice. I liked seeing you. It's a cute picture.
It was
the picture
uncomfort-
where I see you the first time was really cute.
True, but I turtled all the way down the aisle because I was so stressed and
this.
uncomfortable. Like I turtled.
It's not that obvious though. Like we know, but other people don't know.
I just look slightly inverted. Yeah,
Mhm.
turtly.
Inverted.
Oh, turtly.
Yeah,
But anyway, so she takes forever to show up.
they.
Sorry.
It's okay.
We
We stopped talking to CJ before they went
came out of
to
non-binary.
non-binary.
okay.
That's
Oh,
sometimes
okay. Fair.
when we talk about it in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
So,
like,
sorry
Which
about that,
does
guys.
feel like a cop out
It is
because
a cop
I've heard
out.
people say that
We're
about
very
me too.
sorry.
They're like, "Well, it's in the past." I'm like, "Okay, cool."
Yeah.
So very much my bad. I'll
Yeah.
try to do better. So we
Chicken Joe
There's
fucked it up so hard.
within an
Dropped the
hour and a half,
So much.
2 hour time frame. So much went wrong and was
So much.
saved by other people whose responsibility it was
who
not.
weren't in our wedding party. Like just
No.
people. Like so. Like one of my friends is really into videography, and so they were like, "Hey, can I video your wedding?" And I was like, "Yeah,
Yeah,
Sure.
just for their
Awesome.
portfolio.
I'm not gonna say no to that.
Yeah,
Yeah, free
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 video,
stuff. Yeah, let's
done.
go."
Yeah.
So my friend and her wife are there, and her wife just carried the wedding, like did everything.
Set up all of the tables, got all
We
of
had like
Mm.
aspen leaves are supposed to go on each table. All these
Candles.
like
Love
beautiful
it.
table
Love
settings
that.
that went everywhere.
Love it.
yeah, napkins and all of
They
this
set
stuff.
it all up. So it was great.
Wow.
Yeah, they
like, they
those
got
two
there
of them
early.
really
Like the
carried that
guest
wedding.
you want at the wedding. That's just like,
Yeah.
thank you for saving the day.
Shout out
Yes.
to Allie who
Thanks,
carried that
Allie.
wedding.
Allie and Mo really just
Allie and Mo.
Allie and Mo.
Shout out.
they were amazing.
Yeah. So then our photographer showed up late though because he got stuck in traffic on the way there.
Mhm.
He
Because
our
it was
wedding
raining, so
guests
there was an
showed up late.
accident. Yeah.
Oh.
Because traffic was bad because of the rain.
Oh.
Context: we got married on a Thursday, so it's fair. Like
Yeah.
there's
Traffic's
traffic.
pretty
Thursday
bad.
at 5. yeah.
Because
At 5? Oh yeah, you're
6, I
screwed.
think.
no, it was 6. Our
Yeah.
first look was supposed to be
That's
at
like
5.
literally
it was.
rush hour. So
Yeah.
you're yeah. But that's
Yeah.
also on the guests that they didn't plan ahead.
But we also
Well, we
weren't-
checked in with all of them too, because there were only a few that like had jobs that it would
Yeah.
matter for.
Oh, yeah,
um,
yeah.
But we also couldn't get to the
So you have
venue
to leave early. Just say
before
you're-
4:30.
No.
Yeah.
We only had the evening.
yeah, so yeah, we only had a couple
That's how
hours
they
at the
do it.
venue.
Mhm. They're like, you have to get there at 2 hours before.
Mhm.
and that's all you get. Yeah,
Mhm.
and we naively were like, that's fine.
That's plenty of time. We have
That's
so many
much
people
time.
helping
We have like
us.
nothing to set up.
It's
So-
a micro wedding.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
It's a
easy.
micro wedding. We have
wedding.
nothing.
Yeah,
it's
we were-
fine.
Yeah.
We should have done it in our backyard.
We should have just not had a wedding and eloped.
Aw.
But
True.
well, just like the money. If you,
Oh, yeah.
if I spent the money
And
from
fair.
that wedding on a vacation for Savannah and I instead,
Yeah.
ooh,
It would have been
Well, I
tight.
Would've
feel
been
like
a nice
Chicken Joe
vacation.
really is like the problem. Like, I think
Well-
it all comes back to
oh
Chicken
well,
Joe.
let's just keep
Chicken
going,
Joe's
because it keeps
also
get-
the
it gets so
reason
much
why I
worse.
bought 2.5 wedding dresses.
Two
So-
and a half?
Two
I
and a
feel
half.
like we could
What
have
is
like.
the
Should
half?
we do like 3 podcasts with you guys
You
about your
guys,
wedding?
it's like,
About the
yeah.
amount of things
Like,
that
we're
happen
gonna
to us.
pause. We'll come back together next week
Yeah,
for the
Yeah.
we'll
next
talk about
episode.
Savannah's wedding dress.
Yeah.
Wedding
No.
dresses.
So yeah, Savannah got pressured into a wedding dress that she thought she could return. The salesman was very pushy.
Wouldn't let me get dressed.
Wouldn't let her call me to talk about budget. Because
Mhm.
Savannah was like, that's above our budget, and like wouldn't let her call me.
And
so I ended
CJ
up
was like,
calling.
no, it's perfect. Like, it's your wedding. Like, who cares what Spencer thinks? Like, it's for you. Like, you can do it.
How did
Make the
salesman
decision.
stop you? Like, how did
I
they,
was
like-
in the
Salesman
changing room, and all of my stuff was in the ante room.
So he literally like, kidnapped you.
She.
She kidnapped you.
Basically,
Like,
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
But Beef was just
Are
trying
you
to
willing
be
to tell us what business you were at?
I don't remember the name. They were in
Something-
Colorado
David
Springs.
Schmeidel.
David's
David's
Bridal. No.
Bridal's where
David's
I
Bridal's-
actually ended up getting
Okay.
my true dress.
David's
Yeah.
Bridal
I actually
solid.
think
Sorry,
David's
David's
bridal is pretty like
Shout out to David's Bridal
Awesome.
because they
It's-
actually are
yeah,
super
it's-
chill.
and
Super good,
and very affordable.
Not a sponsor,
and
we
good
just
spot.
Very
support.
affordable.
I
Sponsor,
didn't
just
get
a
my
fan.
dress
Yeah,
from them,
just a
but I
fan.
did enjoy my time trying on dresses
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Because I
I-
ended up
yeah,
going.
they're
We
underrated.
went with Chanel back to that wedding place because I called and I complained. I was like, "This is incredibly unprofessional. This is ridiculous. Like,
Mhm.
you can't treat my wife like this."
It was
Like, she
supposed to
had
be
a
a-
panic attack when they left. It was so
It
bad.
was supposed to, I was also on my period, which was not great. And Beef and CJ were late because CJ was high. So I thought I was going to
Chicken.
have to go to this appointment alone on my period. So I was like crying on the way there. And then they call and they're like, oh, we're at your house. Where are you? And I was like, fuck you. But yeah, so
We had a great wedding. I don't know if you're picking up
Yeah.
on that. We loved our wedding.
Solid
no,
chill.
no, it
every
was great.
every step of the way.
Vibes
Wonderful.
only.
I mean, this is what's up. Like
Yeah.
it feels like it was just a difficult wedding,
It was just a very
but
cool wedding.
here
Yeah.
you are happily married. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
We're great.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
actually love this because it's kind of proof to the listeners out there that like the wedding is not the end all be all
Oh my
Yeah.
god, not
of
at all.
what is
No.
what happiness is.
No,
No.
and if you go in like knowing that this is so fucking cliche, if you're a team about it and you
Yeah.
go in and you're transparent with each other and you know what
Yeah.
each other is expecting, like it made it so much easier to handle it.
yeah.
And
That's
having
how
alone
it feels
time
to me. This whole because I feel like I truly feel like every corner that you like go into about your wedding is gonna have some like
Mhm.
you know, like
Yes.
somebody fucked something up, somebody but like you guys are so goddamn happy and like
Yeah.
you know, it's just a day.
Yeah, it was just a day.
It was a day. It was
And-
a day.
Did you
But it
guys
was
a
have
long day.
any enjoyment on the day?
A little
Tell
bit.
me
There's-
like your
I
two
think-
favorite things. Two things that you loved about your day.
Jen.
This
I
is a
love
very
that.
good question.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I never thought
good
about
job. Jen, you're such a good interviewer.
I really
Thanks, Mallory.
Yeah.
I think you are too.
Thank you.
You're so good at being a
Oh my god,
podcaster.
we're like really good at podcasting.
Yeah, we're just like,
For me, I think it was the dancing and
Love it. Like your first dance? What'd you first dance to?
At Last by Etta James.
Love it.
Fuck yeah.
Classic. Awesome.
And the
JD's gonna
pictures.
play it. Yeah.
Because we had like an hour just to ourselves to talk and decompress and take
Mm.
pictures.
Part of why your pictures
And
are
just
so
focus
cute.
on each other
Yes.
instead of worrying about a stupid
that-
event.
That's what I was talking about with alone time. Like we just
bounced.
we bounced, we kind of decompressed together, we
I love
figured it
this.
out, and we were like, yeah, let's have a good night. And then we
Yeah.
didn't, but you know, we tried.
But you danced. You had a dance.
Yes, but that
You had
also
the moments where you got to be together, and you had the I do's.
that but
What was your other favorite moment?
no, it was
Dancing.
it was
in the photos.
dancing with you
dancing and the
the
pictures.
pictures.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah.
So
Spencer?
mine was Beef's
Oh,
whole thing that they did during the wedding
Aw.
ceremony.
Love it.
yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful,
My
beautiful.
favorite part of the videos.
At
yeah.
one point, what did they say? They thanked you for introducing like a new side of me to them.
Beef.
It,
It
was,
was really
so
good,
good, you guys. It
guys.
was,
It was
such a
amazing.
good,
Oh.
like, best officiant, far and away.
yeah.
Like, I
You're
cried.
fine. I'm just cradling in your.
Yeah, just
I'm
cold.
It's cute. You guys are
I'm
spooning.
Cozy as
cradling
hell.
into
Couple, yeah.
Valerie right now.
Yeah, why
there
aren't you
another-
touching me
I
more?
love
I
that.
don't know. Get over it.
Yeah.
Um,
I love
marriage.
Yeah.
But you're
Um,
staring at each other lovingly.
we love
and
each
that.
other.
Yeah,
like,
cuddly.
Yeah.
No, but
so beef was great, yeah.
Immediately.
Beef's
like,
Efficient was great. The other favorite part was actually getting home from the wedding,
Mm.
Oh.
and
mm.
we laid in bed. And spoiler: Savannah didn't have her wedding vows the day of because Chicken Joe forgot
CJ
them.
left
Chicken
them.
Joe again, you.
So
And I had,
Savannah
like,
had to
pages
speed
written.
write wedding vows.
But I didn't have time because I had to do my
While
makeup.
she
I
was
had to
doing her
get
makeup.
dressed. I only had like 15 minutes.
So you got to
Oh my
read the
God.
vows though at home, didn't you?
So we
Yeah.
got home. We had our
This
we
makes me wanna
stole
cry.
we
Like,
stole
it's
a
so
plate.
much more meaningful.
We stole
Yeah.
a plate of like all
leftover
the desserts.
desserts.
So
yeah.
we laid in bed and ate the desserts, and she read her wedding vows to me.
And then we watched The Office and fell asleep.
And then we
kind
watched
of
The Office and
love
fell
that
asleep.
so
Yeah.
much.
So good.
Yeah.
That's a great wedding night.
It was a
Yeah.
good wedding night.
It was pretty good.
We have pictures because we have like these big curtains we have to close whenever it gets dark at our house. And we have pictures of Savannah in her wedding dress, like trying to close the curtains.
Oh,
on her,
up
like,
on the couch?
standing
Did
on
you
our
at least
couch.
get to, like,
Yes.
get a little like drunk and fun and just like, you know?
I think I got a little bit. I think other people got more drunk than us, but I
Good.
think we got
I
a little
don't
bit.
That's a
even
good vibe,
think
yeah.
I had a
didn't.
drink.
I didn't get to eat much.
Neither
Yeah.
of us ate much.
But you got
neither of
to
That's
us-
pretty
in
classic
bed,
for
which
weddings,
is
but we
great.
got
Yeah,
dressed in
very
bed.
classic
Very
to not eat at a
classic.
wedding.
Yeah. Please try to eat if you're
No,
gonna have a
this
wedding
is
soon.
focus.
Everyone says
When
that.
I got wedding, I was
Everyone
when I
tries.
got wedding.
When
When I
you-
got wedding,
when I got
When you got weddinged,
Yeah.
I was very focused on it though. Like I think
Yeah.
it's the more we can say it, the better. All
Yeah.
brides,
You
eat
have to
food.
eat.
All
please eat.
brides,
If you
eat
if you
food.
don't think you will during the wedding itself,
Mhm.
fucking chow down in the morning.
Mhm,
Yes.
mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
Chow down
Get
because
after it.
you
Breakfast.
need it. Yeah.
Or you get
But
lightheaded.
or you get lightheaded.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't really get very drunk. I think I
Oh,
had a glass
because-
of wine.
Okay, we need to circle back now because remember when I was like, oh, it's like a super straightforward task to buy whiskey and vodka.
Oh,
It's
yes.
not apparently. So they show up over an hour late.
Luckily,
We miss our first look because Savannah doesn't have her makeup, so she gets her makeup
or
done.
my dress.
We had like gifts to exchange, so like we just like gave them to other people that gave them to each other.
Aw.
Like he bought
Um,
earrings for me. I bought him a watch.
Yeah.
Fuck you
Aw.
guys. That's cute.
We like each other.
Yeah, you really like each other.
Um,
Here's you get married. I don't know.
Yeah, you guys should like be
Kind of
married.
a vibe.
I feel like you
Yeah.
guys are like
They
meant
do?
to be.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's like the vibe I'm
that's
getting.
like the vibe I'm getting is that you
Yeah.
guys like each other.
You're my soup snake.
Yeah. Somebody
Who-
has a
Snoop
crush. Yeah.
Don't sell me out like that.
Yeah, right.
No, so they got flavored whiskey and flavored vodka, I think.
Oh, so not like normal. You
Oh.
just said whiskey and vodka,
God
and then they're like,
damn.
"Here's peach whiskey." And
It was like
fucking,
And it was
honey spiced whiskey and then our bartender was
ooh, that was bad. She
guys, don't skimp on your bartender.
don't. No, like, you
we
think
went
it's
cheap
not
and we were like, this is chill. This
oh
girl
my
seems
God.
fine. No. She was wild.
Yes.
She wore
Yeah.
leopard print.
Uh-huh. And CJ was supposed to bring her a case of soda. Also because
Apparently
that was
it was
one
like a
of
big
her
deals. Like
demands.
she had to drink soda. So then your little brother got it for her
Mhm.
because
'Cause CJ
CJ
didn't.
forgot it.
Christ.
CJ didn't have it.
Well, this sounds great.
It was
all
super
around.
chill.
Yeah.
Honestly, I wish
So
I
then,
was
like,
there. It sounds
the-
like a really fun.
the
time.
Yeah,
co-
it honestly does sound fun.
Yeah, it would have been really fun for you guys.
Yeah.
The cocktails were
I can have
terrible.
some terrible peach whiskey.
It was
Yeah.
so bad, you guys.
Yeah, because I think
It was bad.
CJ and
We ran out of beer and wine real quick because no one was drinking the cocktails because they were gross.
and
oh,
it was
and we didn't have cups because I forgot the cups.
yeah.
and didn't buy more.
So again, the event
So then-
coordinator fucking pulled through and got some out of like storage and leftover and like
Oh,
from the
what an
kitchen and
angel.
I
stuff.
thought your
What a
brother
queen.
got him.
I don't think he got enough.
Your brother got soda and
got
some
soda,
cups, and then I
yeah.
think the event coordinator got other cups.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So Savannah, so we're about to like the wedding's about to happen finally.
Mhm.
Guests are late, they finally get there.
Luckily, because of the rain, we postponed the ceremony for a little bit. So
Yeah. It looked like it was on purpose.
yes.
Like, oh, it's just because of the
Love it.
rain, not because
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
all
not because the
disorganized
maid of
and
aggressive.
honor
aggressive.
is
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So yeah,
Continue.
because we had our wedding on like there's like a
it's the dock.
dock.
The dock.
Mm.
Oh,
We
you had it on the
dock.
dock.
Yeah.
Love that.
Then
Then the party inside, I assume.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah. I love
Yeah.
this
So-
space.
Love it. Yeah.
it's so
Yeah.
beautiful,
It's so fucking
pretty.
beautiful.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had our wedding outside. The rain eventually
Yeah.
stopped. Very, very pretty. Exactly like that, except there was like a big wooden thing behind us that I made.
Yeah, the
Ugh.
arch.
Love
That had
Nice.
flowers all over it. Not the
Can't wait
cross
for
one.
photos.
That was
I know.
one
I'm
of
so
the guys.
excited.
Oh, go ahead. No, you're in the middle of it. Go.
No, so yeah, okay. So we are about to walk out. I'm with everyone else, and Savannah's like
Doing the
alone
processional.
because there's no. She didn't walk down the aisle with anybody. She just walked down alone. So I'm with everybody else. And Chicken Joe is writing their speech for later
They're
What speech?
Matron of
at
honor
that
speech.
moment, like the like maid of
Wow.
honor speech,
writing it
Writing
as
it
the music starts
as
to
the
play
music is playing
for the processional.
No.
And so then I told everyone, like, Savannah had written down everyone's cues for, like, when to walk out. Like, different, like, she wrote down the
course.
time and the lyric you walk
Yeah.
out on. So it should be, like, super
Good
straightforward,
job.
right? Like,
Good
you
job.
walk out at this
Wow.
time.
Well
Thank you.
planned.
Thank you. And
Sounds
people,
like you did all the right planning.
Yeah, you
tried
did
really-
everything
we tried
right,
really
and then
hard.
You had this
Yeah.
fucking gremlin.
I
I
This
literally
wedding
feel like you're a
gremlin.
gremlin.
yeah, yeah,
So
like a
then-
brownie, stealing and
then-
ruining everything.
Chanel has this boot on and, like,
And a boyfriend.
refuses, wants to walk down the aisle with her boyfriend. And
Instead
we're
of
like,
my
that's not
little
how
brother,
weddings work.
Like you're supposed to
Like,
go
that's
with.
what it's about.
That's
You're
not how
supposed to
You don't
weddings
get
work.
to choose.
No.
You don't get to choose.
Like
You
I
have
know
to
you.
walk-
I know you love him. I
It's
know
not-
you do.
It's not prom.
They're not together
Right.
anymore.
Yeah.
Spoiler
Yeah.
alert, she married someone else.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was like this whole fight. Everyone came out at the wrong times. Whatever. Everyone made it out. We're all standing there. Savannah walks out. The music is so quiet because the DJ did not set his stuff up correctly.
No, the DJ
Mm.
also wasn't.
you can barely
great.
hear it.
Ooh.
Of course, of course.
and
I mean,
so-
honestly, this tracks.
Right? Like, why would
Yeah.
it go
Doesn't
right?
it?
Like, why not?
Yeah.
So
Why not?
you can barely hear the music. So Savannah comes out. That part's really nice. You're very cute. We have very cute pictures of that moment.
Yeah.
You come out. We start doing our wedding vows. My sister, the only
Heckles
one who
us.
came to the wedding, the one who I was like, I don't really want you in my wedding,
Yeah.
party, starts heckling the wedding.
Oh,
no.
also during our vows, my
Ugh.
veil falls off, and CJ's too busy turned around talking. They don't
Doesn't
notice.
notice it at all.
They don't notice
Oh
it
my
falls. It almost falls
God.
in the fucking lake.
Yeah.
And my mom points it out to them.
So in like, there's like a full wedding video somewhere, and that thing's probably wild because I interrupted my sister and was like, "This isn't a group event. Like, we're not. What are you
Mhm.
doing here, bud?"
What
Like,
what
and-
Good for
confidence.
you.
Also, she
Ah.
was already drunk. So
she was already
Ah.
drunk.
she
showed up drunk.
pre-gamed our wedding because I
pre-gamed our
asked that no one drink because of my daddy issues.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
and no one listened.
no one listened.
Oh, and also, so Evergreen, they told us it was a state park, so no weed is allowed.
Yeah.
Whether or not it's legal, it's not allowed
Mhm.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we made that pretty clear. That comes into play later. So we
Yo,
have the
can
wedding.
you guess who?
It's
Fuck
such a
up
surprise.
the-
Is it
Oh my God,
Is it
yes!
chicken?
Chicken
Um,
Joe.
So we have the wedding. My sister heckles it, but the rest of it is cute. We leave.
We do an hour of photos.
We do an hour of photos. There are things that Best Man did right, and so I want to shout those out real quick because I don't want to be unfair. He was really chill about what I had him buy for the wedding. He did follow us around for the whole wedding thing, the whole
Okay.
wedding photo situation. He like carried our drinks and like whatever else we needed him to
Okay.
carry.
I
and he
forgot
just
about
followed.
that.
Mm-hmm.
He was great.
Well, because his partner was also.
That's a whole thing. So Yeah, so we're doing that. We're gone. We have no idea what's happening. We come back. We do our first dance, which is also kind of a mess.
because the DJ doesn't
But also
fade
your
it out.
favorite.
But also
It
not
was
good.
really nice to just like we were just whispering
It
to
was-
each other,
Yeah.
Aw.
Who cares?
and we
Yeah,
had
you're just
practiced
gonna-
the waltz.
Love it.
Aw.
Adorable.
It took us a good 30 seconds to remember how to waltz. And then we told our wedding, we told the DJ, we were like, we don't want to waltz this whole song because songs are really long if you have to dance
Yeah.
all
Even
of them.
even
Yeah.
at last is only 2.5 minutes, but if you're
feels really
God
long.
damn.
if you're
Yeah.
like
It's
stage
like
Shorten
a
it.
working out
Shorten all the
2.5 minutes.
things.
You know,
Like,
like
yeah,
when
we
you're
do a
holding a
little
plank
shorty.
for 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, you can,
That's
yeah.
the like dance.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we
I'm so
wanted
glad
it
we're
to
talking
fade
about
out.
this, 'cause, like,
Yeah,
my
you
God,
should
that's a real
shorten all
thing.
your
Yeah.
songs.
Shorten
Shorten
for
songs.
sure.
Have a
Have
DJ
'em-
that'll shorten it,
like, they
or we'll
just-
fade them out.
They
Fade
fade
'em
it
out.
out and
Mhm.
you're good, and then everyone else comes and dances,
Yep,
and
that's
it's
what
good.
the best
Yeah.
DJs do, and you'll
Yes.
start noticing it when you go to weddings.
Yeah.
That's what they do. But
And
our
we
DJ was
told
on
him.
his phone.
We
so-
told him to do it, and he
Cool,
didn't.
cool, cool,
so
cool,
we were
cool.
like expecting it to stop, and it's not stopping.
and we just keep looking
Uh,
at him.
yeah,
It was rough.
it was awkward.
And we paid a lot for the DJ.
I'm grumpy at him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a miss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
I'm
a
going to
mess.
tell Eric about that because it'll just support my husband's want to be a wedding DJ because he'd be so much better.
There
Uh,
need to be
Mo-
better DJs.
Yeah.
The videographer is now a wedding DJ, and
Love
they
it.
kill it. So if
Love
you're
it.
looking
Fucking
for
Shout
a
out.
wedding
even
DJ,
it, even
Shout
it,
out.
even it.
Maybe we can send some business.
Yeah.
Mo.
their way.
Yes,
Wedding
Mo.
industry.
Thanks, Mo.
Mosh.
Moshe Kasher?
Why are
know
you
if I
throwing
should do
last
la-
names out there?
Well,
no.
to give.
Well, because we're trying to
Business.
send some business.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
Do you want?
maybe our gals can.
Oh no, I
you got
already
it.
have to
Okay.
pee, so that's
Add-
gonna be a dangerous game.
Love it.
Perfect. I love you. Maybe we
Same.
can add them. We'll ask permission,
Yeah,
and then we can
ask
shout them
permission
out on
first, and then
Instagram
we
or
can
something.
do a little
Respect.
tag on
Yeah.
an Instagram or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
shout out
Because
to
they
it.
they're charismatic, they're
Super
They have,
funny,
like, a
they're bubbly.
business website. Yeah.
The wedding where Savannah accidentally invited someone to a threesome with us was their wedding.
It was
Love
their
it.
wedding, and
Love
Mo
it.
basically
Mo was so fun.
fucking stole
I've
the
only
show.
done push-ups at one wedding, and it was that wedding because at one Mo teaches a Zumba class and made everyone do a Zumba dance during the wedding.
yeah.
I love it.
Mo
was fun.
also walked down their own aisle twice, just because they love attention.
That much.
It's
Love it.
adorable.
So it was
adorable.
great.
And I love
Classic
Yeah.
theater kid
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Classic
Very
though.
This is theater major
it. Yes,
Mo.
Yeah.
theater.
Um,
What did
so
you
what did
guys?
they have?
Oh, sorry. Did you guys do something for your honeymoon at all? Did you
We
get
that's
did.
another
away?
story. The flight got canceled. So we were supposed to leave the day after our wedding. The flight got canceled.
Oh, okay, cool, cool,
You
cool, cool.
gone.
So like we
Nice.
have our
Oh.
terrible wedding
What did chicken do
day,
to that?
right? And then
Jesus
our,
Christ!
our
Thank God
flight
the
gets
universe
canceled.
sent these kids some house.
Yeah.
Am I
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Some
thank
house
God we
to
finally
make
got
You
up
a
guys
for
house.
got a
it.
house.
So yeah, the flight got canceled, so it got postponed a week, and then we were able to go, and it was super
Yeah.
fun. We went to Aruba.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Oh,
but we
I
had
love
like
it.
a
Great.
A-plus place
mini
to go.
moon, where we just went up in the mountains and
Okay, cool.
yeah, we stayed in a
Decompressed a little
stayed
bit.
in a
You gotta
dome.
decompress.
Oh,
stayed
a
in a dome.
dome.
Yeah, and we went on a
Ooh.
hike to waterfalls. It was
That's really nice.
Yeah, I gotta
we figured it
moisturize the
out.
water boy. Yeah, I get it.
So this
Yeah.
you guys
Gotta
have been
moisturize
married
the
now
water boy.
3 years.
Two.
2 years.
Savannah was wrong.
I
It's
was
two.
wrong.
I'm on
House for
Savannah's
3
side.
years.
3 years.
Thank you.
Yeah.
3
You
years
guys are
minus
like
one.
you're like profesh now. You're
Yeah.
profesh married now.
Yeah, Hundo P.
Basically.
yeah.
And I feel like you've been through the kind of trials that like make it like 20 years maybe. Like
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
solid
We haven't
20
even
years of
talked
marriage.
about CJ dancing up on your little brother or my
In
coworker.
front of their
creepy.
Yeah.
partner.
Of course.
Yeah,
you
fun,
do,
fun,
but-
fun.
Her,
Of course.
her
Not
mom
even-
got drunk.
I mean,
Haven't even-
honestly, at
CJ
this point, I just feel like
harassed-
CJ's gonna like destroy. Like
CJ
CJ's just, like,
harassed the mom in the bathroom.
Cornered my mom in the bathroom. Told her she was an awful mother and she had no right to be there. And why did she even come?
Bold move.
DJ chicken. If you told me that
Chicken?
Chicken Joe set the whole Evergreen Lake on
Chicken
fire
Joe.
at this point, I'd be
Almost
like, yeah.
of
fucking
course.
did.
Chicken Joe
Almost
and
did.
I literally
Chicken
feel
Joe-
like Chicken Joe would.
Yeah.
Chicken Joe and the crew did have the cops called on them at the end of the night, because they stayed past midnight and they were like
In the
smoking
parking lot.
weed
They
and
were-
hanging out in the parking lot. They were
Oh,
too
this
drunk
is
to
the
drive
weed.
home,
Too drunk to
so
drive.
they got the cops called on
Smoked
them.
weed in the parking lot. Got the cops called on them. Had a minor smoking weed in the bathrooms.
Yeah,
Goddamn
A
A
Chicken Joe.
minor?
A minor.
a baby.
Little baby was 19. I mean, you know.
Well,
Yeah,
minor,
wee babe.
not a minor, but not legally allowed to smoke yet.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, wait. Weren't they 18, 17 or 18?
I don't know.
Because
There'll always be a baby in my head.
Child. Yeah, we child.
they
wee
they
bairn.
definitely weren't legal drinking age. I
Mhm.
don't know if they were 18 yet.
I think those are the big ones, though. Everyone got drunk. The best man speech was rambly and bad. He just talked about how we would all live on a farm together.
And then so
Ugh.
did CJ.
Mm.
Wedding
was-
speeches about how like the four of us will live happy lives together. And I was like, it's not all of us getting married.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
This isn't a group
This
affair.
sounds like a
This
weird
is
creative.
This is on you guys actually for your throuple energy.
This is our fault.
This is
yeah,
our
yeah,
throuple
yeah.
energy.
You know what?
You
Actually,
invited
I feel
that.
like it's your fault.
Yeah.
It always is.
I think I
Honestly-
similarly, if I was doing a speech, I would probably say something similar.
Like, we are gonna stay
We
on
are.
together.
We are
gonna
gonna
This is only
homestead
my second
together.
time
Yeah.
hanging out with you guys, and I'm like, I would say that. Too.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
we
like,
live
I
on an
would.
island
Our
together.
lives
farming,
together.
and she would still.
I would
Yeah.
farm for you guys,
Yeah.
and I don't farm.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, we're
Wow.
so
no, I wouldn't.
charismatic.
I'm so sorry, but I would
Yeah.
love to hang out with
Would you-
everyone while they did farm.
I'm not.
Hey,
I would
You just like be the
like-
vi- you just be the
I would
vibe.
I'd be
Yeah,
the
Would you-
vibe police.
Would you milk a cow for me, Jen?
Oh, I would milk a cow.
There we go. That's
There
all
you
I
go.
need to
Feels
hear.
like I know that you didn't mean it in a sexual way, but that really does sound like a sexual thing.
Ooh, it really did.
Will you
didn't
milk
it?
a cow
I
for
feel
me?
like
Thank you.
1,000
Right?
times,
This is what
Savannah.
everyone
And
thinks.
I fell for it this time. I was like, yeah, I would milk a cow. And then I
You
was
were,
like,
gotcha.
yeah.
she got me this
Oh,
time.
no.
She got
Yeah.
me.
Sorry.
Entrapment, yeah.
Sorry,
But I
Out of
wasn't-
all the farm activities, you chose the most sexual.
Would you just grab an egg?
I would also go into the
What?
chicken coop
What?
for the chicken's eggs.
Thank
See
you.
how I worded that?
I
Yeah,
like
that's how
that.
you
Thank
word
you.
it.
Yeah.
I was
Not
I was
just grab
under
an egg.
pressure.
I
okay,
wouldn't grab an
You
egg
put
for you.
me
though.
on the
That seems
spot.
weird.
you were
Hands you the
shaming
There's
me.
so many farm activities that aren't sexual, and you have an incredible talent to make them sexual.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think every farm activity is low key sexual.
Thank
I feel
you.
like every
Name
activity
one that
is
isn't,
low-key
right?
sexual.
Oh,
anything
okay,
can be
okay.
sexual. Anyway,
Her wedding day was wild.
Grabbing a hoe.
and that wasn't even
This
all.
has been an amazing story.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's like 14 more hours of it.
There still is.
We
yeah,
left
we don't
a
need to
lot
get into
out.
it.
I
Yeah.
just like I am so entertained and love it,
It's
but
so
I
fun, yeah.
also am feeling the strain of it. You know what I mean? Like it's
It's
kind of like
long.
on my end. Like we get to listen to these stories and be
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
wow, that's crazy. But I can only imagine how it felt the day of. So
Yeah,
like
just that
terrible.
stress.
like,
It was
good
insane.
for you guys, like finding the moments that you can connect
Yeah.
Yeah.
and finding those like beautiful things that you can like take from it and also making it a fun story. You know? Like
Yeah.
that's really
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
We tried.
We're pretty good at that by this point.
Yeah.
Taking a shitty thing and
It
making a good
was-
story out of it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was rough. Also, like a bunch of our furniture got left there
Cool.
because again
Seems
they were
about
too
right.
drunk
Yeah.
to.
Oh, but a positive wedding thing. What did we call her? Sally something?
Mustang Sally.
Mustang Sally.
Mustang
Mustang
Sally.
Sally.
Savannah really likes like antique furniture, and so Mustang Sally bought us and delivered to our home an antique chase.
Gorgeous.
That
For the
was
wedding.
In our wedding.
Yeah.
That was like there was like a room
Mustang
that had like an
Sally's
antique chase
a
in it.
fucking solid ass
Um,
bitch.
Honestly,
Yeah.
amazing.
Because she went back the next day and picked those things up because they had to stay there overnight because no one had a car that could get them there
Whoa.
back. So she went back the next day and picked them up and brought us
Thanks.
brought them to our house.
Thanks,
Also,
Mustang Sally.
my mom did pick some stuff up too, which was
I think the lesson of this is like be the Mustang Sally. to
Be
your
the
friends.
Mustang
Be
Sally
the
or the
Mustang
beef.
Sally,
be
the
Allie,
beef.
Or the
be
beef.
beef, be Mustang
Don't-
Sally.
Just don't be a chicken Joe.
Oh,
And
'cause
if
we
you
What
don't,
the
Don't
lesson
be a
is just
chicken
don't
Joe.
be a chicken Joe.
We told Chicken Joe and Best Man, we were like, keep these people away from us during these parts of the wedding.
Mhm.
And one of them was just be like a buffer, right? Be a
Mhm.
social buffer.
Like,
I
please
knew
just-
Dude, the social buffers are so
so
necessary for
important.
brides.
Yes.
I knew
Yeah.
my
Necessary.
sister would
for like
have a rough
wedding
time.
party.
And so I was like, I need a social buffer if my sister's
Mhm.
going to be there. And Beef was the only one who social buffered my sister. And at one point, she cornered us. There's a wedding photo. I'll send it to you guys where it's like they got like everyone who was at the wedding together in a photo. And Savannah and I at like the main table, right?
The
And
sweetheart
she
table.
is standing in between us, headlocking both
the
of us.
bottle in her hand.
A bottle of
Oh
champagne
my
in her
God.
Choking
hand.
us.
Oh my God.
And then right after that wedding, right after that photo was taken, she crouches down next to me and starts talking to me about like this like trauma that I had when I was like 12. And she's like, "Remember when that happened?" And I was like, "Why are we talking about this right now?"
Jesus
like,
fucking Christ.
ma'am, this is my
Like,
wedding
this is
day.
my
I don't want an
wedding day.
oppa at my wedding.
Yeah,
I don't want an
No.
oppa.
But there were a lot.
If
Yeah.
you guys
Yeah.
had to say it's been 2 years, you've been through it all, literally.
Yeah,
Like
literally
20 years worth of marriage
Yeah.
20
in
years.
2 years. And your relationship, it's been a lot.
Or 20 years, yeah.
What's your advice for people that are planning a wedding?
Planning a wedding
Don't.
specifically.
Elope.
Yes, I
Elope.
would say.
Honestly though, like elope or have something small. If you have a kick-ass person in your life that will help you, go for it. Have a wedding. Because people have great weddings if they have someone that can help them, right? Like you need like
Yes.
one clutch person who can help you. You can have a great
Who
wedding.
you fully trust, who will dedicate their time and their energy.
Usually it's a mom.
Usually
Yeah.
it's someone in your family, but if you have a friend who
Have
will do
someone,
it,
yeah. But if you don't have someone, do something small or
or
elope.
hire someone.
Or
Yeah.
hire someone if you're wealthy.
If you're wealthy,
Actually, I'm pretty sure if you're wealthy, weddings are just great. So never
Weddings are
mind.
just-
You don't need
yeah.
my advice if you're wealthy.
Yeah.
You're
yeah,
fine.
no. But if
Never
you're doing it on a
DIY if you can
budget,
afford not to. Like,
Never DIY.
Yeah.
Get it good.
doing it on a budget or by yourself.
Said one piece of advice and we did like 20.
Oh, fuck.
Boil it down to one.
Boil it down.
Get a wedding planner or elope. Those are your options.
Yeah.
There
yeah,
it is.
that's
Yeah.
actually
That's my
good.
advice.
I
And,
love
like,
that.
Put Chicken Joe into the sea.
Don't
like,
have a chicken
Don't
Joe.
have
No.
a chicken Joe
No,
anywhere
don't
near
have a
you as
chicken
a
Joe.
human being.
As a
Yeah.
human being,
Yeah.
your life is better if you don't
Deport
have a chicken Joe.
Chicken Joe
Just as,
to
like,
hell.
what was
Also,
the- what
have
was
you
the
guys
point?
watched the Penguin movie where there is a chicken Joe? Because that's what I'm thinking of this entire time.
I don't know what you're talking
Okay,
about.
someone's
No.
gonna get that reference and love
Okay.
it.
Love
because
it.
there's
I
like
love that for these
one
people.
person
there's
is gonna be like,
one
yes.
person. No, there's like the Penguin movie where the penguin surfs. You've watched this movie.
Happy?
I feel like you're talking about Zootopia or one of the zoo movies.
Love that. No, all of you
Oh.
are
Are
wrong.
you
Nah,
talking
nothing.
about a Disney documentary about your little
No,
animals?
it's an animated
That's your little
movie.
animals.
I
My
mean,
Little
I
Animals.
don't think that a penguin surfs in it.
It's an
Yeah.
animated movie.
documentary.
Surfs Up. Thank you. That's
Thank
Chicken
you.
Joe.
Okay. Cool.
Oh,
Can't
Chicken
wait to
Joe is
watch
the one in the
that.
background, and he's dope.
That played by Robin
You-
Williams, because I hope so.
no. You made me watch this, didn't you?
Oh, is
I-
the Chicken Joe?
Yeah,
Cool.
that's Chicken Joe on
I
the
thought
right.
You know,
Penguin was
He's
Chicken Joe.
oddly-
great. Chicken Joe is great.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Anyways, sorry. That's what I keep thinking of every time we say Chicken Joe.
That's amazing.
I love
That
that.
Chicken Joe would not mess up your wedding. This
That-
Chicken Joe
that
would.
Chicken Joe was a vibe.
That Chicken
I
Joe's
just
a
don't
vibe.
want this Chicken Joe slander. You
Yeah.
know, like I don't stand
We
for
gotta
that.
respect
gotta
that,
draw
that
the
you're
line.
standing up for
Yeah.
your Chicken
Yeah.
Joe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's my advice. Get a wedding planner or elope.
Yeah.
Would you concur? Would you have different advice?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Either don't do it or do it really fucking controlled.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. Do you guys have like, I mean, you are such a solid couple. So do you have like advice for like getting to that space with another person? Like,
There's nothing like trauma bonding.
love it.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
Honestly, that's so rough.
Opa.
No, genuinely. I don't know. He's just always been in my corner. And I think that's really just be there for each other.
I feel like that. Yeah, it's like I feel like the worst thing is that all marriage advice is the most cliche advice, right? Where it's like
But it
be
fucking
there for each other.
works.
It's not you versus each
Yeah,
other. It's
right.
you versus the
Don't
problem.
go to
Oh my
bed.
It's like
god,
that
but
stuff,
it's
right?
so true,
But it is
though.
all really,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I think like the biggest thing is like we don't. Well, sometimes we fight, like, but I would say most of the time when it's actual issues, we discuss.
Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest thing.
Usually when
is,
we're
like, we
hungry or
genuinely-
overwhelmed, we
Yeah.
fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes we
People, when
fight
they
and we're
fight,
like,
they
we
fight
both
like
need a
little elves.
snack.
Yeah. You fight. Yeah.
And
we
we
fight like
don't
little
even know
elves.
what
You're
we're
gonna
fighting
fight.
about.
Do like a
Adorable
couple of
sweet
Do it like a
little
couple
elves.
of little
Yeah.
elves.
Some lambas bread. Come
Yeah. Get a little llamas.
Gross. Nerd.
Anyways,
Love it.
Nerd alert. Yeah.
Nerd
Anyways.
alert.
no. I feel like if there's basic respect, it's pretty easy to have a happy marriage. If you respect and love your
Yeah.
partner, it's pretty easy to have a happy marriage.
Yeah, I think
Love
so.
that.
So just be like a decent person.
Just like be a
first.
decent
be
human
like
being
chill.
Don't
to
be an
another human
asshole.
being.
Just don't
Respect
suck.
the
Don't
other
be a chicken
person.
Joe, and you'll have
Don't
a good
be
marriage.
a chicken
Yeah.
Joe, and
I
you're
really
gonna
love
be
this
cool.
advice. It's like, yeah,
There's
just
a
be, like,
I
there's
love
a
it so
very
much
good
too.
picture.
Yeah.
There's a very good picture that I will also send you where it's Chicken Joe dancing up on my coworker or your little brother. I don't one of them. And the husband
It's
is the
it's my
prominent
little
face
brother.
in the photo, and he's like glaring. It's
Love
so
this.
good.
And
Love
my
it.
Because
little
this is
brother.
before they had agreed on an open marriage.
If we're gonna
So
post
is, like,
this, should we
foreshadowing.
take do Photoshop
We'll
and put
blackbar?
put actual Chicken Joe's head on
I
here?
Yes.
love that.
Love
We will
this.
put
Please.
Chicken
Love
Joe's
this idea.
head
Right.
Yeah.
on these
Chicken
photos.
Joe.
Also, another thing, I just keep remembering things. Chicken Joe, the entire night, went around stealing drinks off tables and chugging them.
Oh, cool, 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 cool.
It was an
Ah.
open bar. There was
Very
no need.
classy.
There was no need.
Yeah, there's like terrible.
People would
go
just
get
be like, "Oh,
classy.
where'd my
You're
drink
just
go?"
lazy.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Anyways, that's our wedding advice.
That's the
I
wedding
love it.
I
advice.
actually think it's really good, and it sounds like good like marriage advice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
Don't
you guys
be
are
a
great.
dick.
Don't be a dick.
Yeah.
Be a good person.
That's actually
and
the
then
name
you
of
can
the
be a good
podcast
person with
now.
another
Don't be a
We
dick.
styled it. Don't,
And
don't be a
also,
dick.
Sorry, that's
I would
actually gonna be
also
my
say-
podcast.
Yeah.
is
Oh,
don't be a dick.
Don't be a
Got
dick.
it.
Yeah. I love it.
Genuinely, don't be afraid to fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a thing. Like, there's a certain level of trust you have when you feel like you can fight your partner
Yeah.
and know that it'll be productive and you'll still
Fair.
have each other
Love
afterwards.
it.
Trust
Yeah.
that.
Trust and
Look
respect
at you go.
gets
Yeah.
you there.
That's
You're like a
fucking great.
marriage counselor.
No, it's like I know things.
You guys are a delight. I mean,
Thank you so
You're gonna
much.
get
Thanks.
so
This has been
many
great.
like hits to be in another throuple once this comes out.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
everybody's
Yeah,
gonna
like,
want to throuple
We're
you.
drowning in them.
drowning in
you know?
throuple requests.
Everyone
Yeah.
we
wants
get
to
at least
throuple.
one a year.
One
so.
Fair.
We are averaging one a year.
Nice.
I
Oh
love
my
it
God.
So much.
I know.
I've never
I
thought
said
about
it,
that.
But yeah.
We're averaging one a year.
Love
Well,
it,
now
love
two
it.
that you've
well,
done.
yeah, if you count me.
Yeah.
This year we're
Damn.
averaging two then.
Wow.
Whoa,
else was
that's
it this year?
intense.
This is nothing but
This
growth.
is an off-air discussion.
Yeah.
Oh, right. We gotta be.
Anyways,
I don't have anything to cheers with.
Oh, here, let me pour you a little Waterloo. So we like to
Can
wrap
I
it up
have
with a
a
little
little?
cheers.
Cheers.
Cute,
Can I
because you
do?
started with one.
Here.
Oh, here. Just
Got
yeah,
symmetry.
We like
Yeah.
to end with a little cheers, and I do.
Yeah. So we just say,
You.
we just say cheers.
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 And
And I do.
And we always say it like
Delightful.
that.
And
Yeah.
we always say it just like that.
Let's Get Drunk and Talk About Your Wedding is a Left Hand Right Brain production. Produced by JD Lopez.